from PG Men's Health. Are you struggling from erectile dysfunction and sick of the pills? We've got a groundbreaking solution that's transformed the lives of thousands of men. Our acoustic wave technology is backed by 50 clinical studies, including research from Cambridge University. It revitalizes blood flow by repairing blood vessels, all without the need for pills or the worry of side effects. If you're ready to get the blood flowing where you want it, when you want it, call us now. Not only will you get the exam, free assessment, and blood flow ultrasound completely free, if you call today, we're throwing in your first treatment free. This is worth hundreds of dollars, and it's yours free if you call in the next 2 minutes. Call 877-755-MENS. That's 877-755-6367. Guys, it's time to reclaim your love life and put an end to your erectile dysfunction. Call 877-755-MENS. Call PG Men's Health now to qualify. 877-755-6367.
Hey, it's Captain Zach Sturm. I'd like to invite you to join the pros at Mastery Suzuki Repower Center as we celebrate World Boating Day, a global salutation to recreational boating. On Friday, May 23rd, Mastery Suzuki Repower will host an open house. From 10 a.m. until 3 p.m., you can tour the facility, meet our certified techs, and hear testimonials. Visitors will also receive a special gift that will help you enjoy the holiday weekend. Mastery Engine Center is located at 5400 118th Avenue North in Clearwater. Mastery Suzuki Repower wants to celebrate World Boating Day with you. We hope to see you there.
1025 The Bone. Wheel Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 1073 WXGL HD2 St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio.
Here we go.
All systems go.
This is the true story about Mac. Check it.
Times are changing, more so each year. But the early morning Stone Pimp is here.
3, 2, 1.
People are expecting quite a bit.
Gotta figure out how to make money on this. I really want to.
I can feel it down in my plums. They're getting a nice bluish hue. Getting ready to take them to the farmer's market.
Okay, baby, but don't hurt yourself with that big juicy hog of yours. In hard times, or when a man has worked at a job 30 years, they give him a watch, kick him in the butt, and say, hey, a computer took your place, daddy. That's hard time.
Let's go now live.
This is where we live.
Are you ready to get your world rocked?
That's what I'm talking about.
You ready? Oh, wait. So we're just gonna wing it? There's a big difference between winging it and seeing what happens. Now let's see what happens.
And now.
Right now.
Now, it's Senning Show. With your host, John Senning.
It's a weird feeling to have the intro play when I've already been here for 2 hours. What a bizarre thing. Welcome to, I guess, what is technically the beginning of Senning Show. Thank you to JP and John Brennan for allowing me to fill in for JP. Drew Garabo Live is coming up at 2 o'clock. I am John Senning. He's dizzy.
Yeah, you went over on the intro to your own show.
I really did.
Yeah.
I made us, dude, I JP'd myself.
Yeah.
Dude.
Well, you got to keep the essence of JP and JP's show, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
And joining us right now, that very host, fresh off the stage with Howie Mandel, Drew Garabo in the building.
Oh, man, I JP'd myself. Almost made me pee myself. That was great. Dude, it's so weird to be in here when the intro is playing. I'm always in my car.
Dude, today was such a weird day. I'm like, I don't know. There's got to be, it could just be ADD. But there is something about when my schedule is adjusted, because I was like, when I was growing up, my mom used to always call me out and she would be like, you're pinballing. I would just get in this mode where when I needed to do something, and I would just be pacing around the house. And I got up early today and I found myself just walking around the house aimlessly, knowing that I needed to get the show ready, knowing that I needed to get ready to leave, and still not being able to do anything because it was just was just a different time of the day and less time, I guess.
Man, that with the adrenaline of Dizzy's girlfriend almost killing you.
That did happen. That was a real shot of adrenaline as I pulled. It was so funny too because
she sent a text and said she blamed you. You didn't use your blinker.
It was so funny. I don't know if you heard it the other day. So the day that I came here right from the airport, pretty much, I guess I was driving like a weirdo because I like sat and turned on my blinker and waited to turn into my parking spot. And JoJo and Johnny B were watching me from up here. So Joj texted me and goes, "You probably about the blinker." That pretty much. So it's possible. I still had the right of way. No big deal. No big deal at all.
No, I'm on your side.
Nobody's hurt.
Truly. I wanted to touch on it again. Make your plans. I don't know where we stand right now. I think there's a couple rooms left still. The 1025 The Bone Summer Beach Bash. Friday night, a couple rooms still available. It's going to be a really cool day because if you get out there early, you'll be able to watch JP show broadcast live, Sending show, and then Drew Garabo live, all right there on the resort property, and then go into the night with a badass pig roast, a party. Matt and Zach are going to be jamming all night long. I've shared some videos of them on my my Instagram story as of late. Really, really cool dudes. So get in the building. Friday night, you can go to theboneonline.com. It's the front little rotator. Click on it, and it'll take you right to the resort page where you can book your room for Friday night.
You said yesterday you called Matt and Zach raunchy, funny, and something, and you nailed it. I got to see them at Matt and D's.
Yeah.
Dude, they are super, super talented.
Yeah. So do you know who Bob Menery is? Do you know that name?
No.
So I don't know exactly what he does. He's very famous. He used to, I think he really got famous for doing like these fake sports calls on things. You ever see those videos that'll be like a sports call, but it'll be like really dirty and be like, oh this type of guy. So he got really famous doing that. And I think he was with Barstool for an extended period of time. I don't know how they crossed paths, but they just posted a video that they're with. Bob Menery posted a video of Zach on his social media. He was like, you guys got to see this dude. He's so talented. And they're just fun. Like they've got some songs that are kind of like parody, like over the top songs. They do a bunch of cool covers, and I think it's going to be perfect for that Friday night pig roast vibe that we're looking for.
I'm very excited about that weekend.
Yeah, it's going to be fun, and there is stuff going on. If you haven't,
I really am. Jesse looked at me like
That's
I was joking.
That's why I shut over. I was like, "What's going on here?"
I know it's unlike me, but I can't wait.
The broadcast begin at 11 a.m. and then on Saturday you've got the yoga with Carmen. There's a pickleball tournament.
I heard she canceled it because she's doing too much and not getting paid for it.
I don't believe. Well, I can tell you this urban legend was not true.
Oh.
Danielle is not doing it and never was going to do it because that was being discussed that was happening.
Yeah.
That is not. Carmen, as far as everything that everybody knows, will be there. Poolside karaoke, the Cutwater poolside karaoke with Drew Garabo himself on Saturday. It's going to be a hell of a time. There really has not been an occasion that I can remember where everybody from the Bone will be together for so long. Like we've been together for an hour, 2 hours, but to have everybody in the building essentially for 3 days is I think something you're going to want to be a part of.
Yeah, Johnny B's going to be with me for the karaoke.
Oh, he
too.
is?
Yeah. He's such a great singer.
Is he going to be like a KJ? Or are you the KJ?
I think I'm the KJ, but I mean, I'd like to share duties with one Mr. B. And I think it's going to be fun.
That's fun, dude. Yeah. I'm going to. So the night that from the All-Star weekend when you were playing cornhole and I went up to the
when I was killing it.
Yeah, when you were conquering the cornhole tournament,
you.
We snuck away to do rooftop karaoke.
Damn it!
I have I got a new song that it's depressing and slow, but I don't know if the people were just being nice in the bar, but strangers were coming up to me telling me it was good. So I'm going to debut that to the public during the Drew Garabo karaoke
hell yeah!
party.
Can I take a guess?
Yeah.
Into the Orange.
That's absolutely correct.
Is it really?
Yeah. Is that the name of the song?
By Zach Bryan?
Yeah. Is that why am I drawing a blank on if that's the name of the song? Yes.
I don't know. Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's so weird. We have not talked about this off the air.
You haven't heard from anyone?
Something in the Orange.
That's it.
I knew that it was.
You didn't get it right.
I knew that it was so close. But yeah, that's what it was.
No kidding.
Yeah. So I'll do that.
It's a beautiful song.
I'd like to do it if possible. If you can circle it on pen me in. I'd like to see if it's possible to do it right as the sun is setting. And
Perfect.
Have a real beautiful moment if that's possible.
I've got you for 7:14 p.m.
That was my second guess. So I'm glad.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah.
Good.
My
What was
first
your
one
first?
was Real N-Words by 21 Savage.
Yeah, that's true. That'll be at the private in-room karaoke.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
That's the nude Garabo suite karaoke.
Right, where the N-word is required.
That's the password.
Yeah.
It's a speakeasy. To get in there. Yeah.
Look inward.
I just spell it out. The
Oh,
whole
no.
thing. Not the whole thing. Rumor has it. I don't like to believe anything is completely true until it's happening. But Carrot Top is going to be joining us momentarily.
Scotty.
Yeah, which is I didn't really think about it yesterday until I said it out loud. So of course, Just Call Mo knows Scotty
Orlando
as well from the Orlando. He doesn't. I mean, he's so embedded in Vegas now. I feel like that's almost like become a fun fact about Carrot Top that he's. Where was it? Didn't you say
Winter
you used
Park.
to see him? Winter Park.
Jogging everywhere.
Dude is jacked.
Everybody knew where he lived, and he just, I don't know. He is the most outgoing, interesting fella, and he and I will talk about his generosity when he friggin' didn't have to, but hooked me up in Vegas for the weekend of a life.
Well, and it's so weird, and I don't want to get ahead of things, but just in the world of in this blooming comedy scene that's everywhere, he somehow is the biggest. One of the biggest stars out there. And I think it's probably because of the residency. Like, I think it's because he's not coming to a town near you, and he's not necessarily in this, like, podcast universe that's going on right now. Or is he? Wink, wink. So I think that he's easy to not be front of mind. But I don't know that there's anybody who's done it quite like him for as long as he has. Selling out shows probably 4 or 5 days a week.
Have you guys seen his show before?
No.
I mean, I was trying to remember, like, where most of my Carrot Top viewing came into place. Because, I mean, I know that I've seen sets a million times. I don't know where he was on TV back in those days, but, I mean, he definitely was around. And then he had the movie, which I loved.
Chairman of the Board?
Chairman of the Board, dude.
I forgot about that.
Which was his only movie.
Yeah.
Like I don't think he did too many movies after that. And he looks so not that he's not young now.
Right.
He's not, but he looks so young on the cover of Chairman of the Board.
I used to treat him, I didn't know him, but like I would view him as the punchline like everybody else did. And then we all at Real Radio went to go see his show at the Hard Rock in Orlando. It was one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my entire life. He's absolutely brilliant.
Well, and it's interesting, too, because I think some people might guffaw, not me, not anybody in this room, I don't think, but at the prop element. To me, that's almost harder. You know what I mean? Like, it's so I've got to create a joke. I've not only got to create and write a joke, I'm creating and writing a lot of my jokes that are then intertwined with what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And I believe I've hit the button. I don't know for a fact. This could be wrong. Is there any chance that he still holds a 407 number? Is this indeed Carrot Top?
Yes, sir. I'm a Florida boy, baby. Still got my 407.
What's going on, man? Thank you so much for making time for us. My name's John Senning.
Yeah.
My buddy Dizzy
Hey,
is over
John.
there. And I know that you
All
know
right.
from your past, I believe you guys have run in the same circles. The great Drew Garabo in the room as well.
Oh, yes.
Scotty!
Drew Garabo. Oh, my goodness.
What's up, buddy?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
We heard you
Yeah,
guys
good,
were
doing good.
old running buddies.
Yeah, I used to watch him.
Wait. Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
It's funny. We've been talking about you. And I have to say, shout out to Everett, who is the one who booked this. I saw an interview, and I'm sure this is all across your social media and messages from Joe Rogan. I don't even know when it was from. I believe it was the comedian Jeff Dye, who kind of just had this love letter to Carrot Top, where he just said, I don't know what people think of him, but this guy is doing it at a high level with topical content every single night, like nobody else is doing it. And I brought that up, and we talked about the appreciation of Carrot Top, and our buddy Everett got in touch with your people, and that's ultimately what brought you into our arms here today.
Yeah, that's great. It was a great, what do you call that, testimonial or whatever.
Yeah.
It was a very nice thing. It was nice that he said the other. So, yeah, very nice.
Yeah. We are on terrestrial radio, just so I remind you. It's fine. We got a button. Everything's going to be fine.
That's right.
Do you like buy into any of those talking points that he kind of touched on? Like when he laid that out there, he was essentially saying maybe people in the comedy realm don't appreciate Carrot Top the way that they should. You have your lane and you're selling out in Vegas at the Luxor every night. You've been doing it for a long ass time. Are you just kind of happy to be in that bubble and be so successful? Or do those thoughts even cross your mind, like as far as the comedy world and what they may think or where you stand?
No, you always, from day one, you always want to have your peers and appreciate you. It's like, me talking about George Carlin and people that I admired. You want that respect. Everyone does. That'd be silly to say you wouldn't. But there also is parts of the end of the day, a career where you're doing your thing, and if someone comes out of the blue and rips on you, it's kind of like, okay, really? Do they know you? Have they seen the show? Kind of thing. It really kind of comes down to consider the source. If it comes from someone that I really admire and appreciate, that has something negative to say about it, then I kind of take it to heart. But if it's some guy in his basement in Nebraska talking crap, I could care less. But they just did something on. Have you guys heard of Kill Tony?
Oh, I was going to build up to this because I wasn't sure if you want to talk about it. I have a buddy who was on vacation in Austin, and I said, "Who was at Kill Tony when you went and saw him?" And he goes, "You're not going to believe this. It was Carrot Top."
Yeah, that all's true. That he just posted something on Dana Carvey, I think, posted it, and I think we put it on mine as well. But that was a nice thing, I had never met him, and he was like a huge, according to him, big fan, and like anything he would do to get me on the show. But I kind of felt that way, going into Joe Rogan. I'm like, is this guy gonna come after me, or is this legit? And so after talking to him on the phone a bit, I said, okay, this is legit. He really is a true fan. And that probably might have been the most fun I've ever had in my career that night of that show. It was just how the flow and how it was just, I'd worked my whole career to get to kind of show off my 40 years in the business. It was kind of cool.
Yeah, it's so did you do like the Austin tour? Did you do Rogan and Kill Tony while you were in town?
I did. No, I did it last. I just did the Tony this time. I did a couple other shows. I did Rogan about 3 years ago, but we're trying to go back on again with him.
Do you know when is that this Monday? Do you know when your episode on Kill Tony is coming out?
This Monday. Monday.
That's going to be really cool. When you get out there and you're in a club like the Mothership and you're around kind of the touring comics, whatever you'd call them, does it make you long for that style? Like, do you ever think, let me go do clubs, let me go do arenas or whatever you'd be doing and hit the road? Or are you just so in the groove with the residency?
We still do the residency is a very, very time consuming gig. I mean, it's 240 shows a year, so it's a beast. But when we do get time off, which is my vacation time, when I go sit on my boat in my Speedo, they sometimes will say, hey, do you want to go on the road? And so sometimes we do. We just did a little tour through California last time. This year we're not doing any road shows that I'm aware of. We might come up with some, but I do like the road. I like getting back out there like the old days and hitting, having a tour bus and But as far as comedy clubs, I don't know. I can fit all my crap in there. But it's a big show. But I do like watching young comics and their style, and I love seeing how they develop. And that show was fun because some of those comics you can just tell they're going to be superstars.
Yeah, it is wild to watch, and the success of that show is insane. We were talking to the legendary Carrot Top. I have to say, if you're have a couple of those days off, I know Florida would love to have you back, and I'm sure specifically out in your old stomping grounds with Drew Garabo, Orlando would love to have the prodigal son return.
Yeah, we haven't been there so long, and doing hometown shows, or as you know, there's just nothing like being in your hometown and being like, hey, look what I made of you. You made of me. So yeah.
On that note, when you were just a young Scotty shucking oysters at the Calico Jacks, I believe in Altamont Springs, so did you have any vision whatsoever? I mean, a lot of us, of course, just focused on what was ahead of us. In your case, a bucket of oysters and a couple of beers. Did you have any idea that the world would open up to you like this and that you would have such an amazing presence as Carrot Top?
Absolutely not. In fact, the weird thing about Calico Jackson working there, shucking oysters, was I had gotten into comedy and then I'd gotten out of it. I don't know how. I just couldn't, I couldn't get gigs together. And so I just kind of quit and I moved from Boca back to Orlando, and got a job shucking oysters. And I was just behind the bar, just shucking oysters and making everybody laugh. And people would say, "Oh, this guy's great." They had a jukebox. That's how old I am. It was a jukebox that played, and they would play like Stones and Michael Jackson and Aerosmith, and I would like dance behind there, while I'm doing my stupid stuff. And that became, when I got back into comedy, that became the whole closing act of the show. The whole show came about from working at that bar, where I put together this montage of rock stars. But the most important part about that Calico Jack thing was I'm sitting there one night shucking oysters, and these two couples came in, and they were looking at me, and I'm doing my stupid jokes and shucking oysters, and they're like, "Do you have a brother?" And I was like, "Yeah." Does he do comedy? I said, "No, he's in the Air Force." My brother doesn't do comedy. He says, "There's this guy we just saw over in Tampa. I swear to God, it's you." And I said, "Really?" And they said, "He was so funny. Oh my God, he has all these crap, like these props, and he pulls out, and he's got, I swear to God," and they kept, it's like you have a twin brother. And he was so great. And I remember going on my break, and I said, maybe I should rethink this. And I called up a buddy and asked him if he had any gigs open. And he said, "I do, New Year's Eve." And I said, "Well, I'm not ready to do New Year's Eve. I haven't done comedy in over a year." And he said, no, you got to do it. So that was it. I just took a bite and went back, and then that was it. But it could have been that couple had never come up to me.
Wow.
That Calico Jackson had said that I might still be there shucking oysters.
Wow. It's a butterfly effect right there, man.
So cool.
Look at all. We're talking to Carrot Top right now. He will be on the episode of Kill Tony that comes out on Monday night. I cannot wait to watch it. We were talking right before you got on the line about the idea of props and involving so many other things in your comedy. And just over the past couple of years, I think I've gotten a new appreciation for comedy a lot from Kill Tony, and hearing those guys talk about how you craft a joke, and you're always coming up with new topical content. From your perspective, is it more complicated to have a premise for a joke that often is going to lead to something physical? And what is kind of your process when you're trying to freshen up the set?
There's such a crazy. I don't even know if I even have a process. I wish I knew, but I just kind of. I never sit down and write. A lot of my friends are like, "What are you doing today?" "I'm going to write." I'm like, I've never just sat down and written.
Oh, wow.
I just it comes to me when it comes to me. It could become the end of the day. It could become getting my car washed. It could be, anything during the day, lunch, watching TV at night. I'll just see something will spark something, observational will spark. And then I'll just say, okay, that's it. I'm going to go to Walmart and Home Depot, and I'm going to buy this stuff, and I'm going to make it. And then sometimes I'll see something that just inspires something. There's one on Kill Tony that was pretty funny. It was I pulled it out, and he was like, "How do you even possibly come up with this?" And I said, "Well, I don't really know. I was walking through a Target, and I saw this little mini mirror ball. It's like a little disco mirror ball on a motor. And I'm like, I don't know what I could do with this, but it's funny. So I walked around Target with this mirror ball, and then I saw a mouse trap, and I said, "Oh." And I said, it's a mouse trap to catch gay mice. So I put it just came to so easy, and I just put it on it, and then it just, I didn't have to make it yet. I'm just saying this is going to kill.
Yeah.
And as I'm checking out, the girl's like, "Oh, this is interesting stuff. Is this going to be one of your jokes in your show?" And I said, "Yeah, it's going to be a mouse trap to catch gay mice." And she just looked at me like I lost my mind. I said, "No, this is going to kill."
And it did, I imagine, right?
Oh no! For years, it was a staple. I haven't done it in years. I just pulled out on Tony's show just because it was kind of a retrospective kind of set. I pulled all the stuff back from the 80s and 90s, stuff that I haven't done in years. So it was fun.
We are speaking with Carrot Top, who I had the pleasure of shooting shotguns with.
Oh, wow.
That's
right.
we were paired up. It's how I met him. We were paired up in the Jim Phillips celebrity shoot, and he rolls up 7:00 in the morning, and we've been shooting for a little bit, and I'm like, "Man, buddy, I got to ask you, did you put on makeup before we came shooting?" And he explained to me he does so many late night TV appearances that he had the permanent makeup tattoo on his eye, so he wouldn't have to sit in a chair for a couple of hours. And then, he's such a benevolent and generous guy. treats us out in Vegas. We get there as road manager. I think Eric at the time, communicates with me. We all go out to dinner. Your opener, Charlie Arcola. We had a great sushi dinner. But to me, the ultimate Vegas experience was going to Tom Jones, thanks to you. You put us in the sound booth, and then afterwards, it's Tom Jones' birthday. I'm in the green room sitting next to your mom, talking to her about Orlando and how proud she is of you. And then Tom Jones comes in, and there's a birthday cake for him.
Wow.
And I'm like,
mix.
Vegas does not get any better than this. Since you've been in Vegas for so long, what would you say your ultimate Vegas, like, because I remember that night you had to go run and meet Steve frickin' Martin for the first time. Do you have an ultimate Vegas experience, or is pretty much every night like that for you, Carrot Top?
Well, not every night, but there's some special nights that stand out. I mean, there's been, we had Sting, we've had Shania Twain, we've had people that we thought were, it's pretty exciting. We had one night that kind of blew my mind. They said Roger Taylor and Brian May are coming. So I'm like, Brian May and Roger Taylor. Like, I don't know who are these people's friends, banks, people. And right for the show, they said, where do you want me to put Queen? And I'm like, Queen? And they said, yeah, the band Queen. And I'm like, the band Queen's coming? And they said, yes, Brian May and Roger Taylor. And said, that was kind of surreal because I'm in my little backstage room and security brings in Queen. I mean, you're just standing in front of like, we will rock you. And I mean, it's just, you're speechless. And they're like, I'm a big fan. We can't wait to see the show, mate. And I was like, oh God, it was the most nerve wracking thing. But then of course, when the show's over, they absolutely were beyond blown away. And then now we're let's say best friends, but we're dear friends. So it's cool. That's kind of cool. Cause I mean, we do this long enough. You see celebrities. I don't get starstruck, but that particular night I was slightly starstruck.
Dude, that is amazing. Yeah. We were talking to legendary Carrot Top. You got a trip to Vegas planned? Go see him. Luxor.mgmresorts.com.
Yeah.
You can book. I'm looking Friday, Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, doing tons of shows. So were you you talked about doing a set. Did you just do a set on Kill Tony, or did you actually sit on the panel?
I know I sat in the panel, but I did you'll have to see it. It's kind of interesting how he described it. I just kind of did stuff from like 30 years old props, stuff that I dusted out of my basement. And I interjected them throughout the show when the other comics were doing their performance. So like the comic would perform. And then if I had something that would work for it, I would just go, oh, wait, I got something. And, the crowd would go crazy because they just couldn't wait till I dug in the box to pull out something because they were killing. Every one of them was just, it was just a good place for props to work too, because it was a nice intimate room. Everybody could see everything. They didn't have to have big video screens. And so, I'd have like the one of the comics came out and he was, 4 feet tall. So all his whole bit was him about being short. And I said, wait, I've got a hanger for a midget. I pull out the hanger for a midget. So it would be like, it almost looked like it was like we planned it. It was great.
Yeah, that's amazing. And I have to say, I watch the show every week, and I think there are a few names out there that haven't been on the show, and you're definitely one of them. I think people are going to be very, very excited. It'll be a unique episode and pretty damn legendary. We were trying to remember. I'd be curious your opinion on this because I'm in my late 30s, and I just remember growing up seeing you all of the time. Like in your earlier days in your career, do you have things that you did on television, whether it be specials or network, appearances that you did that stand out to you that were the turning point in your career? Because I know I was watching you all the time when I was young. I just don't know where I was watching you.
Well, I've been for so long back in the days you're talking about was when there was such a big comedy boom on not like there's not now, but it's actually been a huge but comedy's got a huge But as far as the availability of finding it, so I would do, and literally like a whore, I would do every show. So I'm on MTV, I'm on Regis and Kathy Lee, I'm on The Tonight Show, I'm on MTV Holiday Thing, I'm on A&E comedy, evening at the Improv. So there would be, and then I had AT&T commercials, and those things were on every day, everywhere. So it was kind of a blitz of Carrot Top for a while. Yeah, I would be at a restaurant like, Jesus, I've already seen my commercial 3 times just sitting here watching lunch. But then, there's lots of shows back then that offered And nowadays, there's really not a lot of shows like the Tonight shows now. Late night shows, unless you're doing a book or you're in one of their sitcoms, they're not going to put you on the show. They don't promote comics like they used
It's
to.
podcast now, I think. I think the new
exactly
stratosphere
is,
for comedians is podcast appearances.
Yeah, it absolutely is. I mean, I've done Bill Maher. I've done, I've done a lot of it. And they're fun. It's fun for those for me is because it is a different format. So like on the Tonight Show or any of those shows, which is, I still love doing my props, but I haven't done props on a TV show in eons because you do them on podcast. I don't do props on a podcast. You just kind of talk.
Yeah.
And that's what's been so fun. Like I go on Bill Maher and I just talk for an hour, and it's great. People watch it and they say, "I didn't even know that you knew how to talk. I thought you just knew how to hold up a cowboy boot with a kickstand on it." They don't know that I have stories to tell. So the podcasts are fun for me because I get a chance to just be a whole different person in a sense.
Dude, I absolutely love it. Thank you so much for making the time for us. If you're in Vegas, go see him at the Luxor. Make sure you tune in Monday night. Carrot Top on Kill Tony. Very, very exciting.
And by the way, the morning that we went to go shooting, I got dressed up nicely for you guys. I didn't have permanent makeup on. I got up early and I got ready.
Is that true?
Yeah, I don't know.
It was a blast, man, and it's been such an honor to watch you through the years succeed, dude. You're such a great guy, and if I'm driving the streets of Winter Park, Florida, I'm still going to look for the shirtless Scotty Thompson jogging along, showing everybody the guns because he's there.
Yeah, God, that's hilarious.
You're the man.
You're the man. Thank you so much for making time for us.
Thank you guys. Man. Thank you so much. See you guys.
All right,
Peace.
later.
Take care, brother.
Dude, that was great.
Yeah,
that was great.
good
Great
job.
phone connection too. I gotta say, you love to hear it. Again, thank you to Everett. He just he just made that happen, and dude, he told me he's working on somebody else very, very, very hard. That would be unbelievable.
I know what you're talking about. Is it the one that he kind of mentioned before?
I don't know if he mentioned it out loud.
You saw
on the
my
air.
wrestling's.
No.
Okay, then no.
I don't want to say it out loud, but let's just say it has a direct connection to the intro of the show.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that would be pretty. So again, we'll see.
I was very surprised with Carrot Top saying he doesn't really go down and write. It's kind of just like, good producers like a Pharrell, a Timbaland. You're like, how did you incorporate this beat? And they were like, I was just walking around. I heard this sound and go, I got to make a beat. I got to build off of that.
Yep.
It's Carrot Top. He just sees something. He's like, got to make a joke out of that.
So great.
Dude, I have a feeling that the Kill Tony thing is going to give him, not that he needs new life, but like we said, he kind of has this lane where he's out in Vegas, and if you're not there, you might not be thinking about him or know about it. I think the Kill Tony thing is probably going to have people majorly back on the Carrot Top tip.
It was such a unique experience when he took us to Tom Jones because we had to meet him out in front of the MGM. And dude, walking.
What year is this, by the way?
I'm going to say 2000, 2001 maybe.
Okay.
And walking with Carrot Top through the MGM is an experience because it's like everyone like turns.
Yeah.
You can't miss Carrot Top. He's effing Carrot Top. And everyone just like, zoom. He's like, oh my God, I got to get out of here. I mean, he loves people, but
I mean,
that's a lot.
It's a little bit overwhelming.
John brought up an interesting question earlier in the show. Is there a more famous ginger than him?
Oh, yeah, that is, yeah.
Ron Howard, maybe?
Maybe,
I
but
don't
he doesn't
see him as a ginger.
Yeah,
anymore.
he doesn't
baldy
rock the ginger the way that.
Well, one of them was at Universal's Epic Universe, Danny Elfman from Oingo Boingo, but he's nowhere near as famous.
No, I
he
think
did
it's
a few
Carrot
for The
Top's the
Simpsons.
top, right?
Yeah, he's got to be the most
The
famous
only
ginger.
person, and he's not as famous. He's one of my favorites, and I love him, but he's not even in the same stratosphere. Modern day is Andrew Santino.
Yeah.
Which,
He's
dude,
good.
we were going through all the crazy things about redheads in that, they have a problem putting them to sleep with anesthesia.
What?
Like
Why?
that's a thing. Something
they have
about
no
that,
soul?
No, something about that. Something about that gene that they carry. Like you can't put them under. You gotta do it all differently and do more of it. They won't go under. You can't kill them.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's a bunch of weird things about the way they produce vitamin D. And
Is it a genetic defect?
it is.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. I didn't feel comfortable asking
It
that.
technically is. Yeah. So. Don't go anywhere. We'll come back. We'll wrap up Sending Show. Drew Garabo Live coming to you today at 2 o'clock. Things shifted up. This is our new layout. When people are missing, we're all going to kind of move around. It seems to be working fairly well. So don't go anywhere. We'll fire up a couple joints. Is it wrong to honk a conch at 2 o'clock? Is it too early?
No.
So we'll honk some conchs. I'll throw a couple joints at you. We'll get you ready for 17 hours of Drew Garabo Live.
Good Lord.
Is Mo here? Is Mo going to be here?
We'll find out.
Yeah. Sean Daly, 4 o'clock.
Oh, Sean Daly, nice.
Gia.
You love to hear it. Don't go anywhere.
Supernatural delight. Everybody was dancing in the moonlight.
You're listening to Setting Show on 102.5 The Bone. Download the free Bone app to listen to us anywhere. Sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate. Get your guaranteed offer at markspain.com.
Mom and Dad seemed different after a European-style holiday on MSC Cruises.
Call us Cloud and Yvette.
The ship had restaurants, shops, and nightlife.
Ah, La Galleria.
And of course, American touches like an aqua park and a sweets shop.
American je ne sais quoi.
Mom, you're from Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, Kevin.
Book now and save up to 40% off, plus kids sail free. MSC Cruises. Let's holiday. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
It's 6:30 and the branch is closed.
Yep.
And you couldn't find your debit card.
Nope.
But you're going to get cash.
Yep. Cadence Bank Live Teller has extended hours, and I can get cash from my account with my driver's license.
My bank can't do that.
Nope.
With over 300 live teller locations with extended hours, there's opportunity here. Find a live teller near you at cadencebank.com/live teller. Equal opportunity lender, member FDIC.
This is a cat named Mo for Crunch Fitness. This Memorial Day weekend, you can join for only $1. Get 30 days free going on May 23rd through the 31st only. You go to crunch.com and enter the code HERO, and memberships will start at $9.99 a month. It's time to be your hero with world-famous group fitness classes and all the strength and cardio equipment you need at more than 500 locations nationwide. This Memorial Day weekend, join for only $1. You get 30 days free. It's the 23rd through the 31st only. Go to crunch.com and enter the code HERO. Time to get crunched. Offer ends 5/31.
Hey, Bay Area, Randy here. During the Summer Starts Here sales event now through Memorial Day, we've got nearly 1,000 RAV4s, Tundras. I'm looking at Tacomas, Camrys, Corollas. Select new models with smoking hot prices and low leases available. Plus, it costs less to own a new Toyota with 4-year maintenance included. Get to Sun Toyota before Memorial Day, because when you make it Sun Toyota, we make it happen. Call 800-369-3367 for more details.
Sun Toyota.com.
And now, breaking news. You leaving me. Your state-of-the-art 65-inch 4K smart television. For going out with friends and not staying in to watch TV. Sources confirm that is a terrible decision. Picture-in-picture mode. Do your friends have that? Can they simultaneously stream live sports and extreme baking shows? How about I make everything sepia? Whatever you want, I'll do it. Just don't put me on standby.
Don't listen to your TV. Head out with your friends and grab some ice-cold Heinekens. Must be 21 plus to purchase. Enjoy Heineken responsibly.
Hey, this is Roger for the amazing Sleep Number Smart Bed. My wife and I, we've had our Sleep Number Smart Bed for over 8 years. My side of the bed, my Sleep Number setting is a 45. On her side of the bed, her Sleep Number setting is a 55. She likes the bed a little more firm than I do. Never slept better. It adjusts while you sleep so you can sleep well uninterrupted. Oh, by the way, over the last month, my average Sleep Number score is an 81. That's amazing. So why should you choose a Sleep Number Smart Bed? Well, so you can choose your ideal comfort on either side like we do. It's the only bed that lets you make each side firmer or softer whenever you like your Sleep Number setting. And right now, it's the Sleep Number Everything Smart Bed sale. Every smart bed and base are on sale during our Memorial Day event, up to 50% off, limited time, exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. In Tampa, 1822 Northwest Shore Boulevard. In Clearwater, at the Countryside Mall on US 19. And in Brandon, at the Brandon Exchange between JCPenney's and the food court. See store or sleepnumber.com for details.
Drip, drip, drop. Are you tired of leaky faucets, climbing into a tub with water that never gets to that right temperature? Well, the folks over at Climate Design Home Services can help. They've got licensed plumbers on staff that can stop those leaky faucets and install a new hot water tank in less than a day, even the tankless kind that'll save you money. Doesn't matter if it's a clogged drain, sewer line replacement, or even repiping. Call Climate Design Home Services. They will take care of all your needs. 727-295-1572. That's 727-295-1572. Or you can simply go to climatedesign.com and get that leaky faucet fixed today. Say goodbye to that annoying drip, drip, drop, and go to climatedesign.com and say goodbye to those drips. ClimateDesign.com.
Are you a parent of a 2 to 8-year-old? Listen closely for an exciting offer, then head to abcmouse.com/radio to learn more. By now, you've probably heard of ABC Mouse.
ABC Mouse is like a little one-on-one teacher. It has helped her so much.
We're offering a promo at abcmouse.com/radio to try it for free for a month, then $14.99 per month until canceled. Go to abcmouse.com/radio to see this offer. That's abcmouse.com/radio. Actual ABC Mouse users compensated for their testimonials. Sponsored by Age of Learning.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers. So we build specially adapted homes at Homes for Our Troops. And thanks to our donors and supporters, this life-changing gift of freedom is provided mortgage-free to these veterans. But we need you to join us too in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Hey, it's Mike Rohn. If I have a choice, I like to do business with companies that actually stand for something. That's why I switched from Verizon to Pure Talk. No offense to Verizon, I'm sure they stand for something. I just don't know what it is. Pure Talk, on the other hand, is a veteran-owned company that supports our military in a big way, and I appreciate that. Yeah, I also appreciate unlimited talk and text and plenty of data for half the cost of the big guys. And I do like being on America's most dependable 5G network for just $20 a month. But what I really appreciate is no contract, no cancellation fees, and Pure Talk's commitment to handle all their customer service in this country. I saw it for myself. I went to Georgia, I got a tour of their headquarters, I met their CEO, and I talked to the same customer service folks that you'll talk to when you dial pound 250 and say keyword micro. Switch today and save 50% off your first month when you dial pound 250 and say keyword micro. Pure Talk, a wireless company that actually stands for something.
When it comes to your electric bill, the cost can fluctuate due to weather, energy usage, and daily habits. Sometimes they're soft and cute. And sometimes they're hard and burly. But with budget billing from Tapa Electric, we'll even out your payments so you pay a more consistent amount each month. Then when your bill comes to visit, it's predictable and friendly. Hey! Sign up for budget billing online at tapaelectric.com/budget billing and see what your monthly payment could be.
Cat Namo for All American Gunslingers, Newport Richie's #1 gun range off US 19 North. Education is the key to safety. That's why they're open 7 days a week, because they understand shooting is a diminishing skill, so classes and training are crucial. They have a variety of classes and training, from holster draw to pistol intro to rifle and skills drills. Do not forget about the Friendly League Night. That's every Thursday, 7:30 to 9:30. Go to aagunslingers.com to find out. All American Gunslingers, your rights, your safety, your freedom, America!
Hi, I'm Patrick Thomas.
And I'm Heather Thomas from Bolt Electric, where we believe that the right way is the only way to do home electrical.
We believe the National Electrical Code is really the minimum standard, not the maximum standard.
We believe you deserve better electrical parts and better service.
We believe in ongoing training for our electricians.
Because there's no end to learning and improving.
Because at Bolt, we believe your safety is our core priority. Electrical problem? Call Bolt.
Online at boltelectric.com.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
You might know nothing, but at least you'll know that thing. Brought to you by Just Call Mo, Tampa's injury attorney. That thing. It's time for That Thing, right now on Senning Show.
1, 2, you know what to do.
Put on my blue suede shoes and I boarded a plane.
Welcome back to Senning Show. We're sending you into the weekend, sending you in to an extended version of Drew Garabo Live. Legendary local stud Sean Daly will be in the building at 4 o'clock.
But I'm as blue as a boy can be.
Oh, dude.
What? You played this a couple times.
I know, but is that where you learned it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. That's impressive.
Student has become the master.
Look at that. I love to hear it.
Looking for you to do that at Cutwater Karaoke at the Bone Beach Bash.
Yeah. Let's do it. We're going to honk some conks in a minute, but we'd love to tell you about our friends at Win Derby right here at Derby Lane on Gandy Boulevard in St. Petersburg. This place is an institution. If you haven't been there in a while, you've got to check it out. It is table games like it used to be back in the good old days. Free cocktails while you're playing, free appetizers coming around, $5 minimums. And if you think to yourself, I don't really know how to play poker, they put up a brand new, beautiful mural that breaks it all down for you.
Yeah, don't be intimidated. And look, when you got like 10 to 12 people, going to a restaurant is a huge pain in the butt because somebody's sitting down there. They can't talk to somebody at the other end of the table. How about y'all go play poker at Derby Lane, open 24 hours until Sunday night? All of you sit around, and someone's going to walk out of there with a lot of money. It could be you.
$10,000 to $100,000 every single day being given away. You can still bet on the ponies remotely. There is plenty of free parking. That will never be anything you have to worry about. They've got tournaments and events going on all the time. Check them out online at win-derby.com. It's win-derby.com.
Hell yeah.
Be glad to see you when you
Mark Cohn? Is that who does this?
Yep, it is Mark Cohn. Mark Cohn, who I know literally nothing about other than this song. I think that we one time thought he was the guy who drowned in the river, but that was another
Jeff
guy.
Healy, who did Angel Eyes.
That drowned. Also a beautiful song, an underrated song that doesn't get played enough. I had I'll run through a couple things real quick just to get to anything.
Take your time. I got freaking 6 hours.
Dude, so yesterday was the hottest day in the history of May in Tampa. Did you see that?
I did not.
Yeah, which is absolutely insane. All I can think when it's hot like this early, is how hot the water's getting. And I have such hurricane PTSD that every time it's hot, all I think is, what's happening? Like what is this? If it's this hot now, what are we going to be thinking in July, in August? But yes, Thursday morning's weather was so tropically warm and humid that it registered the warmest May morning in the history of the Tampa Bay area.
Good Lord.
Dude, you guys hit on it yesterday with Mo, and when he brought it up, I was like, damn, how did I miss this story? Dude, an argument over a MAGA hat turned physical this week and ended with a woman being arrested. Laura Elizabeth Garrett, 33, is also accused of battering an officer as he was arresting her. Garrett has been charged with battery on a person 65 years or older, battery on a law enforcement officer, and obstructing or resisting an officer without arrest. And I mean, you guys pretty much nailed it. And then when you see the picture of this person with the blue hair, clearly not the most well-adjusted adult person. She approached the victim, questioning him about why he would support President Donald Trump before she poured the contents of a can on his head. Mm-hmm. However, she still to this time denies hitting the man with in the head. So, dude, they're hurting. These people are hurting.
I guess, but if you see an elderly gentleman with a hat on his head that you don't care for, don't even say anything. What do you think you're going to get out of that? You're going to convince him that his Make America Great Again hat betrays what you think the version of America should be? Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I mean, I'm not saying it's happening all of the time, but I think there are a lot of people who can't help themselves. If they were to see that out in public, I think, not everybody's going to go, beating up an old man, but I think a lot of people just can't keep it inside.
No, they can't. And look, if you see something you don't like on someone else or on their vehicle, go about your day. Nothing good is going to come from that confrontation.
Yeah. Dude, I wish I was ending on a happier note, but this story was just so crazy that I couldn't not bring it up. I've always been mesmerized by tornadoes. I dream of tornadoes all the time. I don't know what that means, but this is wild. A Kentucky married couple.
Is this a Second Amendment story?
No,
it is.
Oh, yes, it is. Yeah. Couple were passionately embraced as a catastrophic tornado wrecked their home. Paul and Gail Klein, both in their 60s, were hunkered down in their bedroom when 170-mile winds made them fear for their life. And what could have been their final moments, the couple had been married for 30 years, held each other so tightly as the storm raged on, sending sheetrock and shattered glass flying through the air. When the terrifying tornado finally settled, a neighbor rushed into the ruins of the Klein's home where Paul and Gail were crying for help. When they were found, they were holding each other so tightly that they had each lost an arm.
What?
Because they were holding on to each other, and whatever impacted them at the same time. They both lost opposite arms.
Aww.
How does that even happen?
Because one's holding right and one's holding like left the other way.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, yeah.
Oh.
So if we were hugging.
Okay, so yeah, you would.
Yeah, you guys get in. You guys get in tornado.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Hold me tight.
Oh, so yeah. So like if it hit you on that side, you each would have lost the.
Yeah, I would have lost my left. He would have lost his right.
That isn't.
But we'd still be holding each other with the
You
other
would
ones.
be. You would be.
I'm a lefty anyway. Wink, wink.
Dude, these tornadoes have been absolutely just insane. And I will say, there was I don't think it's on the scale, but going with the political theme, so many people when the hurricanes went up into North Carolina were saying, Biden doesn't care about this. Nobody's talking about it. And I don't know that it's that catastrophic, but it's not really being widely reported. It is very crazy to me which natural disasters make it everywhere and which natural disasters kind of sneak under the radar. And this one definitely is.
And didn't someone not sound an alarm somewhere or something and he's in trouble? I think it's in Kentucky or Tennessee or something. Yeah, like they got on some dude because he was late sounding the tornado alarm, which can you imagine how loud those things are?
Dude, so this tornado outbreak has been completely wild. Lapeer, where I'm from, dude, they got smacked by a tornado last week. So so all my friends up in Michigan were all posting, are you hearing the sirens? Are you hearing the sirens? And like it took out a bunch of stuff up there.
Do you know what Carmen's the movie scares her the most? Twister.
Really?
Because she grew up in Michigan, and she said she remembers walking home one day and hearing the sirens as a little girl. And she just hugged a tree for like 20 minutes crying.
I mean, it definitely happens. I think probably lower, please.
I want to tell you something about Carmen, okay? She might have been real scared when she was walking through the Michigan forest and she would hear the alarms through the tornadoes. But has she ever tried to share a scene with that wench, Helen Hunt? I don't think so. I'm Bill Paxton.
I know you like that, John.
I love the Bill Paxton. Dude, have you seen the show that's on HBO? We almost started it the other day. Starring Bill Paxton as a polygamous cult leader.
I've heard of it. I've never watched it.
I think it's called like Big Love or something.
Yeah, Big Love. That's exactly what it's called.
We were almost pressing the button on watching it, but never did. Love Bill Paxton. R.I.P., buddy. All right. Dizzy, I appreciate you, buddy. Thank you for everything this week. Drew, thank you. I know you've worked a lot of extra hours, and we'll do so today with myself and JP taking time off. Shout out to everybody else who helped all week long. JoJo, Danielle. Shout out to Carrot Top. Just Call Mo. And the people that I'm forgetting as well. Let's honk these comments.
Ian Beckles and Sandy.
Ian Beckles and Sandy, thank you. I didn't get an email yet, so as far as I know, there's a couple rooms left for the Bone Summer Beach Bash for Friday night. Get them now because I would believe they might not be here come Monday. Book that, and then this weekend, please remember what this weekend is all about and why we have time off for the men and the women that literally gave their lives to this country. Try not to forget that while you're partying and doing all the things that you're going to do. Have a good long weekend. We'll be back live on Tuesday. Drew Garabo Live coming up next.
You're listening to Setting Show on 102.5 The Bone. Guys with ponytails, girls that think they're models, people that don't know how to Google something, and of course, ventriloquists. No one is safe when it comes to an open letter from Galvin.
Seriously?
Hear a brand new open letter from Galvin live every Wednesday at 8 a.m. on The Mike Calta Show. And go check out all the past open letters from Galvin at theboneonline.com. Sponsored by Zero Res. Zero Res. All they leave is clean.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Why should you hire America's largest injury law firm for your case? There's lots of reasons. Just like there's a reason millions of people called us last year in their time of need. When it comes to fighting for justice and compensation, millions of people across the country trust us to go to battle for them. We became the largest injury law firm in the world for a reason. There's only one Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com. Injured? Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
It's the biggest sale of the year, and it's right here in Tampa. Brandon Ford's Memorial Day Super Mega Sale. No tariffs, no hidden costs, just super mega sale pricing on thousands of vehicles. Over 1,000 F-150s available at record low prices. New 2025 F-150 STX Super Cruise at $37,745, up to $10,000 off MSRP. Save over $12,000 off MSRP on new loaded 2025 F-150 XLT 4x4 with rates as low as 2.9% on 2025 F-150s on approved credit. New 2025 F-250 and F-350 Super Duties at $100 over factory invoice with a free custom spray and bed liner. Dual rear wheel trucks included. Over 800 Super Duties available to choose from with the largest selection of hard to find F-450s. This sale is big, but it won't last long. The Memorial Day Super Mega Sale through Monday, only at Brandon Ford, the largest volume Ford truck dealer in America. Highway 60 and 301 in Tampa, and at BrandonFord.com. No bull, no surprises, real prices.
The accident wasn't your fault, so why should you be burdened with the medical bills? This is Tampa injury attorney Mo DeWitt. Don't get overwhelmed by mounting medical bills. I'll fight to ensure that the responsible party pays what you're owed. Injured on the go? Don't wait. Visit justcallmo.com.
Hey, it's Brett from PG Men's Health. Are you struggling from erectile dysfunction and sick of the pills? We've got a groundbreaking solution that's transformed the lives of thousands of men. Our acoustic wave technology is backed by 50 clinical studies, including research from Cambridge University. It revitalizes blood flow by repairing blood vessels, all without the need for pills or the worry of side effects. If you're ready to get the blood flowing where you want it, when you want it, call us now. Not only will you get the exam, free assessment, and blood flow ultrasound completely free, if you call today, we're throwing in your first treatment free. This is worth hundreds of dollars, and it's yours free if you call in the next 2 minutes. Call 877-755-MENS. That's 877-755-6367. Guys, it's time to reclaim your love life and put an end to your erectile dysfunction. Call 877-755-MENS. Call PG Men's Health now to qualify. 877-755-6367.
When you hire Burnett EPA for your injury case, we make the process easy for you to monitor. We provide you our app so that you can monitor your case at any time. Call 1-800-BURNETTI. We're ready. Offices Lakeland, Tampa, St. Pete.
Involved in a car accident? We understand the pressure you're under. Call Farah and Farah. Tampa.
Metallica's No Repeat M72 Tour invades Raymond James Stadium June 6th and 8th. 2 shows, no repeats. Catch Metallica with Limp Bizkit and Ice Nine Kills on Friday night, and then Sunday night with Pantera and Suicidal Tendencies. Metallica, no repeat weekend. Win tickets at theboneonline.com. Injured? Take back control of your life. Call Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
Hey, it's Brett from PG Men's Health. Are you struggling from erectile dysfunction and sick of the pills? We've got a groundbreaking solution that's transformed the lives of thousands of men. Our acoustic wave technology is backed by 50 clinical studies, including research from Cambridge University. It revitalizes blood flow by repairing blood vessels, all without the need for pills or the worry of side effects. If you're ready to get the blood flowing where you want it, when you want it, call us now. Not only will you get the exam, free assessment, and blood flow ultrasound completely free, if you call today, we're throwing in your first treatment free. This is worth hundreds of dollars, and it's yours free if you call in the next 2 minutes. Call 877-755-MENS. That's 877-755-6367. Guys, it's time to reclaim your love life and put an end to your erectile dysfunction. Call 877-755-MENS. Call PG Men's Health now to qualify. 877-755-6367.
It's win big or go home in the NBA playoffs at Hard Rock Bet, but not for new customers. New signups get bonus bets up to $100 if their first bet doesn't win. And if you're ready to make every point count, get on Hard Rock Bet right now. You can bet on rebounds, assists, and more. And what about every goal, shot, and save? No matter which sport you prefer, Hard Rock Bet makes it easy to bet on the playoffs in just a few easy taps. All you need to do is download the Hard Rock Bet app or simply go to hardrock.bet. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Call 888-ADMIT-IT.
Thinking about buying your first home? Now, with Third Federal, you can buy your first home and pay no PMI. Hi, I'm Mark Stefanski, Chairman and CEO of Third Federal. Private mortgage insurance, or PMI, can cost thousands of dollars over the life of your loan. And you may not realize PMI doesn't protect you. It only protects the lender in case of default. But at Third Federal, you can buy a home with just 5% down and no PMI. Plus, first-time home buyers get $750 off a closing cost. So if you're thinking about buying your first home, go for it and visit thirdfederal.com.
Even before you find a home, lock in 6.625%, APR 6.685% on a 30-year fixed-rate purchase mortgage. Visit thirdfederal.com or call 1-800-3rd-FED today. APR reflects 15% down for $350,000 loan amount. Rate requires automatic payment program and is subject to change. Restrictions apply. See conditions for closing cost coupon at thirdfederal.com/FTHB. Equal housing lender.
This is a cat named Mo for Crunch Fitness. This Memorial Day weekend, you can join for only $1. Get 30 days free going on May 23rd through the 31st only. You go to crunch.com and enter the code HERO, and memberships will start at $9.99 a month. It's time to be your hero with world-famous group fitness classes and all the strength and cardio equipment you need at more than 500 locations nationwide. This Memorial Day weekend, join for only $1. You get 30 days free. It's the 23rd through the 31st only. Go to crunch.com and enter the code HERO. Time to get crunched. Offer ends 5/31.
At Brandon Honda, we have the hottest hybrids in stock and on sale. Hi, I'm Sam Robbie. Right now, get the brand new Accord hybrid for just $199 per month. Get the award-winning CR-V hybrid for just $249 per month. Or get the all-new, just released 2025 Civic Hybrid Sport for just $199 per month. With gas mileage as high as 50 miles per gallon, these award-winning hybrids won't last long. Plus, get a real nationwide lifetime warranty, unlimited time, unlimited miles. Get all the facts at BrandonHonda.com.
Call 813-448-7710 for more information.
At Bernetti PA, if you've been injured in an accident, we make it quick, easy, and convenient to hire us. You can rest assured that somebody is on your side. Call 1-800-BERNETTI. We're ready. Offices Lakeland, Tampa, St. Pete.
1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 107.3 WXGL HD2 St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio. And now, back to Senning Show. With your host, John Senning. Here we go, Bone fam. The Bone Bonus. Presented to you by Farah & Farah, Tampa's accident attorneys. FarahandFarah.com. This hour's Bone Bonus keyword is...
sand. Head to the 1025 The Bone app right now and enter sand before 30 minutes past the top of the hour, and the $1,000 Bone Bonus could be yours. Let's use it in a sentence for you. Ladies, take caution at the beach this weekend so you don't get sand in your clam. Sand. And now, to begin the show, the brand new Andy Frasco with some advice for you. Try not to die.
I'm just another nobody running in the human race on a pale blue dot, spending on a sunbeam, spinning through outer space. Even with all this gravity, there's other things pulling us down. We should be living on Mars by now, but we're all running around. We worry about salaries, payments and statements, living in a basement, procrastination, left wing, right. What should I wear tonight? Ain't it insane how we all make it so difficult, so complicated? None of it matters, it's just a crazy ride. So pay all your bills, stay off the pills, try not to die.
Pretty good advice. Stay off the pills.
Time is a
pay all your bills.
Dance with it if
try not to die.
But one of these days we'll be pushing up daisies under the dirt somewhere.
Brand new Andy Frasco out today.
That'll just make it worse.
And good afternoon. The Senning Show represented by one Dizzy for Mayor. What up, Diz?
What's up, fellas?
Man, good to see you, bro.
Get to hang out with my boys on a Friday.
Yes, sir. Long weekend ahead. Maurice is here. I'm here. And if you'd like to join us on the phones, you can be here too. 800-771-1025. Sometime this weekend, if you want, check out the brand new Andy Frasco and the UN album, Growing Pains. This is my favorite song off it so far, but I've only given it a couple listens. Very talented, beautiful Jufro. Probably the most beautiful Jufro on the planet. I mean, there is no Jufro like the Andy Frasco Jufro.
What would be your Rushmore Jufros?
Be Richard Simmons.
Okay.
Andy Frasco.
Okay.
Mike D, in the ill communication era of Beastie Boys, rocked the Jufro. All
right.
Stephen Wright.
Lil Dicky.
He's more of a Jew Jerry curl than a Jufro.
Okay, fair enough.
He's got to come out with a new season of that show, Dave. Otherwise, he's going to completely disappear. He hasn't put out a new album in forever. And we're here to get you ready for Memorial Day weekend. I will echo what John Senning said as you're cooking out, going to the beach, having picnics, having fun this weekend. Just take an extra second to kind of thank the brave men and women who perished in service of our country. That's what this weekend is all about. And if someone, misidentifies the day, try not to get too uptight about it. They're, it's for our war dead, damn it. Let's all treat each other with a modicum of patience and compassion. Let's see what this person wanted so badly that they just had to dial in right at 1:58 p.m. I got a good vibe about this phone call. Hello, who are you?
Hey, I'm Jesse.
I no longer have a good vibe about this phone call. No offense, just nothing against you.
No,
it's just your voice and your energy and everything about you.
Man.
What?
I was just trying to see if I could get when y'all are giving away tickets, if y'all still got Dirk Bentley.
Excuse me?
I was just wondering if y'all still had Dirk Bentley tickets or anything, and when you're giving it away.
Come again?
Oh, okay.
That was a proper response. Very good. Gosh, if you had only held on 15 more seconds, I still wouldn't have given you the tickets that I don't have to give away. But thank you very much. That's actually, I used to be that, I don't know if he was a kid, but when I was a kid, I don't know if you guys did this, I would call radio stations nonstop.
Really?
Yeah. I don't mention this enough because if people wonder man, Garabo, how come you get arguably the worst calls of any radio program in the history of man? Well, A, we take more calls, therefore we put more bad calls on the air. B, we do not have a phone screener to screen out the bad calls. And C, it is karma coming back to me from being a little kid and not understanding that if a radio station was a rock station, they were not going to play Rapper's Delight.
Yeah.
I couldn't understand it. As a kid, I didn't understand why music had to be separated into genres. I just thought if there's a song I like Rapper's Delight, Pac-Man Fever, etc., I figured it doesn't matter if you're a country radio station. I'm a listener to your radio station. This is a song I want to hear.
Right.
So I'd call, and they'd hang up on me, and I'd call right back, and they'd hang up on me again. I'd be like, I want to hear Rapper's Delight. Get out of here, kid. We're going to call your parents, And then I was merciless. So that is why, above and beyond everything else, we get bad phone calls more than anything. It is the radio gods who giveth, but they also taketh away.
Do you ever think of where some of those teen callers go? Because remember way back you had that kid who was calling and his mom didn't know, and you just never heard, he was around for weeks, and then you just never hear from him.
I think they get in trouble. The kids get in trouble. I sometimes prefer not. This is a weird thing to say. If there's a regular caller who then disappears, it can frequently be a very bad reason why. At my first overnight show, I remember we had this dude who called all the time. And then we didn't hear from him for a while. And when you're doing overnight radio, you have the same 10 callers just about every night. And then this dude's brother called, and he's like, yeah, he passed away. I was like, well, that's a huge bummer. You develop these relationships with people. Dizzy is here remaining from the Sending Show. I know you are from Sending Show. You guys talked a little bit about the Carmen situation. I didn't hear it. Sending texted me and said that Carmen cried. Usually there's a lot when that happens. There's, I guess.
No.
This is your first time hearing about it?
I got it secondhand too.
And mouth. She cried?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that part when we first talked to John about it. Then he told me later, it's like, I think actually you mentioned the crying, and I was like, oh, she cried?
Yeah, and I heard the clip of it that they play on the promo for the Mike Calta show. And like Ian Beckel said, both parties, I think, have legitimate points, Mike, in that we are expected to do way more with way less in radio. And Carmen of, I'm busting my ass for this show and being asked to do more and not getting anything for it. Unfortunately, like Ian Beckel said and like John said, that is the current climate of radio. We are all doing more with less.
Can I say something?
Yep.
I've been in radio 30-odd years. Unless you're the morning show host or co-host, we've always been expected to do more with less.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I was going to say, let me amend that. There was a point when promotions, when you got the pick of promotions, when they made sure if they had concert tickets, hey, you want to go here, you there. That has, the prize closet is non-existent now, but early on, that was an actual thing. You just walk into it.
Yep.
When we had the new lineup change and they brought me into the office, Jason Meter and John Brennan, they start going through what I'm going to be doing. I'm like, oh, yeah. They're like, you're going to be part of this show and doing producer stuff and blah, blah, blah. And then the meeting basically ended. They're like, everything good? I go, one more question. Hold up. And they're like, what about full time? They're like, no. You're still going to do, we're going to give you an extra hour. And I said in the meeting, I go, I used to have that hour. And they're like, they were like, well, you got it back?
They didn't give you a contract?
No.
Oh.
They were just like, kick rocks.
I thought I was the only black guy they didn't give a contract.
Well, no. But now we
got rid of DEI.
Now we can make Dizzy cry. When I first started in radio in 95, I was offered a full-time position, and I got a wide open look at what radio is like, because in order to give me the full-time position for producer of the Ed Till show, they had to fire this dude who was the senior producer. He'd been there for like 20 years, and he put together the promos for all the radio shows, and they gave me, at 26 years old, they gave me his job without giving me his salary. I was full-time, but I wasn't making, I think, $20,000 a year or something like that. And I realized, damn, if I'm looking to make money, radio's probably not the place to be. If you're a Mike Calta, you make a ton of money. If you're a Howard Stern, a Jim Phillips in Orlando, a Russ Rollins, you make a ton of money. I always wanted to make enough to live on, and that's it. Money to me is a way to pay my bills. If I can go on vacation when I want to, that's great. Other than that, if I can use this platform to make people laugh, to provoke people, to get out the statements I want, and more importantly, to help the community, to take people to Busch Gardens, to advocate for the Down syndrome, that to me is wealth. Like wealth to me is not the number of zeros in my bank account. And they do pay me quite well for this. I'm not going to lie. Like I heard John saying it. There isn't anybody at the station who's paid like more than they're worth. No, there is. And it's me. Like I'm not saying they're paying me a ton of money, but I would take half of what they pay me to be able to do what I do, because wealth to me is having the freedom to do what I want, on the air and off, and being able to help out the community. But I'm a weird bird. I know that. Most people in radio aren't like this.
No, I get that, because I'm kind of the same way. Like, even if I had, like, let's say $80,000 salary, you're not going to see me drive around in Porsches and stuff like that, because that's not me. I've never been that guy who's like, oh, I want people to know what I have in my pocket. I want people to turn their head when they see me. I'm a more chill guy. I'm still going to drive regular cars, wear regular clothing. I'm not going to be in Gucci and all that, because I'm not that dude.
No, same. Good meals, though. That is worth spending money on. That's where you want the money.
Most fulfilling moments, and I'm not going to go through the stories because I've told them here, there, but the most fulfilling moments in my life were...
You worked in Columbus?
When I... not Columbus.
Cincinnati, sorry.
No, I worked in Columbus.
Oh, okay.
Post-Columbus. I did mornings in Columbus.
Oh, I didn't know.
But post-mornings was... I was happy about certain aspects in Columbus that had nothing to do with radio, but that were afforded me for radio. But after I left, the most fulfilling moments was me and my two boys in a one-bedroom, and I was doing everything that I could just to take care of them till I got back on my feet, whether it be in radio or some other venue. So,
no question.
I absolutely know exactly what you're talking about.
Hell yeah. 800-771-1025. Good afternoon, and welcome to the Hybrid Sending Show. Drew Garabo live this afternoon. Who are you?
This is Murder House Kurt. What's going on, fellas?
Kurt, what is really good? Man, Kurt, for people who don't know, lives in Ybor, or has a house in Ybor City, where a gruesome murder took place where they blamed it on reefer madness in the early days of cannabis being introduced to the U.S. They kind of used this murder that took place in Ybor City as a way to demonize that green leafy plant that we all love so damn much. What's new, Kurt? Haven't heard from you in a minute.
Well, I don't know if you heard, but they also back in right before I bought the home in '90, they a guy that lived there it was a flop house, and he allegedly invited some women of the street over and bing bang boomed them and buried them in the backyard.
Wait, the hooker killed the dude and buried him in the backyard?
No, the other way around.
Oh, the dude
The
killed the
guy
hooker.
living in the house found out that the girls, now there were four of them, four ladies, and they partied, and then they robbed them, and he figured out that they robbed them, and then he invited them back for a second party in the backyard. They're still partying back there, I think.
Oh, still to this day. Ghost hookers are having a big fiesta back there. They're the best
Anyway,
kind.
I was calling you guys because, I bought a house over on the Bayway, on a little island there, and I'm just going to tell everybody, if you go to the beach, if you leave like at 11 o'clock or 12 or 1, the Bayway is like 3 hours. It'll back all the way up on the 275, and it takes up one of the lanes there. So I'm telling people, if you're going to go to the beach and have a great time, leave early, because if not, you're going to be sitting in your car all day.
That's good info, man.
Yeah, the news
Yeah, man,
is
absolutely.
saying record number of travelers on the road and in the air.
Ugh, a good weekend and not do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm gonna be stranded in my house because the Bayway literally is a parking lot.
Oh man,
So
F that noise.
FYI, everybody.
Thanks,
Yeah,
buddy.
brother. I hope you guys, man, having a good one. Enjoy.
Yeah, don't be a stranger. So, last night I was invited by my friend Katie Petretti to do stage announcements for Howie Mandel.
I've been waiting all day to hear this
F
story.
It's very unlike me to not check the email chain several times throughout the day, let alone once, to confirm that the venue is the venue that I think it is. I don't know why I thought it was the Billheimer Capitol Theater. Maybe it's because that's where I met Howie for the first time when he performed there. Maybe it's because I'm an idiot. Could be my medical card. I don't know. But I just knew that it was at the Billheimer Capitol Theater. So I had Sarah meet me down there.
You left show early?
Yep.
Make it?
Yep. They wanted me there at 10 after 7 at the latest, so I could do a VIP meet and greet so that Sarah and I could meet Howie Mandel.
Meet and greet, Diz.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And so I was initially put off by the fact that there wasn't a lot of traffic headed to the Capitol Theater and that we found very close parking. I sauntered up to the box office window as most of the ushers from the Capitol Theater seemed to be leaving the facility. Thought that was odd. 7 o'clock p.m. and the show starts at 8. Walked up to the box office, texted my contact, Taylor, said, "Hey, Taylor, it's Drew. Walking up to the box office now." She said, "Great. I've got a group at VIP just waiting for you." It's awesome. There's nobody in the box office. Nobody in the lobby.
It's just a shift change, Drew.
Yeah, maybe.
Remember when Chevy Chase came and his family got up to the ticket counter at Wally World?
But we're all familiar with the moose up front. Should have told you. Sorry. So then I looked through the email chain, and sure enough, Katie in her initial email to me said, "Drew, would you like to introduce Howie Mandel at the Hall?" Which is not the theater or the Sound, the Baycare Sound. It's the Hall, the Ruth Eckerd Hall, located on McMullen Booth, approximately 19 minutes away from the Capitol Theater. At that point, I called, not texted Taylor, and said, "Taylor, I am an idiot. I am now headed to the Ruth Eckerd. I obviously won't be able to make the meet and greet. I will forego meeting Mr. Mandel, but I will be in time for stage announcements. Fret not." She said, "Okay, great." And probably in her mind said, "What an idiot." And so I then went to the parking lot where I told Sarah to park. There's Sarah. She's confused look on her face. I said, "We're going to Ruth Eckerd." And I said, I'll explain. And she knows me well enough to know that this is well within the scope of possibility that I would have screwed up the venue. avoided a gigantic pile. This was either St. Bernard crap or a police dog crap or something right next to my car. Flies a buzzing everywhere.
Ew.
Had I stepped in that in my Crocs,
it would have been like a Play-Doh thing.
Right. And imagine you're going to go meet the germaphobe Howie Mandel himself with dog sherbet all over your shoes. So,
hey, Howie, big fan.
Hey, nice to meet you. I know you're a germaphobe. Don't mind the fecal smell. And so I avoided that. I ran it over, of course. So when I parked my car at Ruth Eckerd, 19 minutes later, it smelled. We walk up. We meet Taylor. She takes me backstage. Sarah doesn't get to meet Howie. Sarah goes to sit in our seats, and I go backstage, and I hear Howie in one of the dressing rooms talking to the young lady who was opening up. And they come walking out, and I see Howie, and I kind of wave, and he kind of waves, and they come up, and he says, "Hi, I'm Howie." I said, "Hey, I'm Drew. My partner Maurice and I interviewed you. Billy Bush came in." He said, oh my gosh, that was such a great interview. His manager was like, "God, that was so funny. I love the way it all unfolded." I'm like, "Great, we're all yucking it up." He introduces me to Helen Keeney, who is an HSN superstar, who is dipping her beak in the comedy realm, and Howie is getting her information so that he can help her get on AGT. He is such the Yiddish word mensch perfectly describes him. Someone who goes out of their way to do good things to other people. It's called being a mensch. He is such a damn mensch. And he was so nice backstage and so congenial. And so I went on stage, and Howie had an idea to introduce her by saying she's got upcoming gigs at the Ruth Eckerd Hall tonight, opening for Howie Mandel, and certainly that popped the crowd. You'll appreciate this one, Mo. You wouldn't have heard the band Dizzy. They like for me to run down the concerts that are coming. And I'm people sometimes clap and sometimes boo or whatever for the different bands, and I encourage them. And then I said, UB40 is coming, and if you remember that band, then UB60. And people really seem to dig that. They did Red Wine. And so I got off stage, and Howie was like, "Oh my gosh, it was so funny. You're so great." I said, "Thank you so much." And then he pats me on the back a couple of times.
Right.
And he's not a toucher. His autobiography is called "Don't Touch Me."
Yeah.
And he pats me on the back a couple of times, and I turn and I go, "Don't touch me!" And he's like, "Ah!" And then I will tell you, he went on stage and killed. Helen was very, very funny. She had a great set, great material, great straight. Howie Mandel, 40 years of doing that. Mo, it's got to be like a muscle memory or something, because he had this he just has an ease about him. You don't feel like it's kind of like when you're up there, you've got this ease where you're not telling jokes that you've written. You're just kind of having a conversation with the audience. And I think that is a kind of comedy that I really like. I hate being made to feel like someone's telling me jokes that they wrote to make me laugh.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
Yeah, definitely. I saw Howie Mandel on This Is Not Happening, the comedy show that they used to have on Comic View, where it's just comedians telling stories. And when I listened to him, one great storyteller, which is hard in comedy. Like it's one thing to tell a story, but make it funny and everyone's following the journey. That's not easy. When I heard him speak and do his comedy bit, I was like, Howie Mandel's funny.
Yeah.
And sounds weird, I never thought of him as a great stand-up comedian. I heard that, I was like, damn, I should listen to more of this guy.
Yeah.
He's actually good.
He's naturally hilarious and dirty as I mean,
yes,
filthy. And,
really?
Oh, dude, I would say 40% of the people, if not more, were older people there who knew him from AGT and probably Deal or No Deal, and didn't have any idea of the filth that he was going to spew on stage. And I mean, I'm talking like almost Dice Clay level dirtiness, like talking about banging his wife and talking about pooping in a box.
Nice.
He was so genuinely funny. And then he starts working the crowd. Like somebody gets up to go to the bathroom. He goes, "Where are you going?" And they're like, "Well, I have to pee." He goes, "I'm only going to be up here for a couple more minutes. You can't wait." And so and then her husband was going with her, and he's like, "Well, why do you have to go too?" and he's just having these conversations with people, and then some dude is yelling Howie, and Howie goes, "Oh, hang on, everybody, I got a call coming in." "Yes, sir. What do you want?" He goes, "We love you." And he goes, "Well, if you love me, why don't you try shutting the up?"
Really?
Oh my God, dude! Pop the crowd. And then when the lady went to the bathroom, he goes, "Hey, I got an idea. When she comes back, let's pick a word like evergreen. And when I say the word evergreen, you all laugh hysterically like I've just said the funniest thing in the world. So, she comes back and a couple minutes later, he's like, and it was really evergreen. And everybody just like busts out laughing. And this lady's like, what the hell is going on? Yeah. But damn, really, really funny show. And Ruth Eckerd and their facility. I will tell you, the 3 venues that they have, the Baycare Sound, Ruth Eckerd Hall, and the Billheimer Capitol Theater are 3 of the coolest, best sounding, best run buildings. And it doesn't matter which one you vote for in the Best of the Bay. Just vote for one of them. I love the Baycare Sound, and I can't wait to see Slightly Stupid and Little Stranger there in June. But I recommend you just pick a show, any show, and go to Ruth Eckerd or the Capitol Theater. Just exceptional, and a great time was had. And thank you to Howie and his people for being so damn nice. And Billy Owens for helping out with an interview there. All right, let's take a moment. 800-771-1025. Oh, yeah, and sorry to my beloved that she did not get to meet Howie last night thanks to her boyfriend's idiocy. Hopefully when he comes back into town. I almost, I was very, very close to like trying to get backstage afterwards to see if like I could somehow get Sarah to meet him too.
Yeah.
But I didn't know how to go about doing that. And plus, I'd already been burned once by Dice Clay at the Capitol Theater, who told me in a radio interview, oh, yeah, stick around and tell me Wheels, my opener, after the show that I said for you to come back and meet me in the dressing room. I'm like, oh, I'm not looking to do that. He's like, no, I want you to do it. I'm like, okay. So at that show, Dice is done. Wheels, his opener's on the stage, talking to people, meet and greet. I go up and I go, hey, Wheels, my name is Drew. Andrew might have told you. Yeah, kid. Yeah, great. I'm like, no, well, he said maybe like you want to meet. Yeah, he says that to all the people.
He knows Wheels. That's why Wheels is Wheels.
Right. It's such a smart move. Exactly. Like Wheels is a very smart man. Like just keep it moving, you dildo. Dice does definitely not want to meet you. 800-771-1025 is our number. We'll come back. We'll talk about Memorial Day a little bit. Mo's got Maurice's pieces. We have a ton to get to. And there is a theme park ride in advance of Sean Daly joining us at 4 o'clock.
That's right.
4 o'clock. There is a theme park. I don't want to call it a ride. It's also not an exhibit. I don't know what you want to call it, but I believe it is on its last legs. And I want to talk about extinct theme park experiences and your favorite ones. And we'll even give out some prizes next.
You're listening to Setting Show on 102.5 The Bone. Tell us what you think. Head to the 102.5 The Bone app now and leave us an open mic. The Open Mic on the free 102.5 The Bone app is sponsored by 1-800-ASK-GARY.
2 classic albums, 1 night of hits. Styx presents The Grand Illusion. Kevin Cronin Band presents REO Speedwagon's High Infidelity. Saturday, May 31st, Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater. Brotherhood of Rock Tour. Plus Don Felder, formerly of the Eagles. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. 2 classic albums in their entirety. Styx, The Grand Illusion, REO Speedwagons, High Infidelity. Don't miss the event of the summer.
Hey, Bay Area, Randy here. During the Summer Starts Here sales event now through Memorial Day, we've got nearly 1,000 RAV4s, Tundras, I'm looking at Tacomas, Camrys, Corollas. Select new models with smoking hot prices and low leases available. Plus, it costs less to own a new Toyota with 4-year maintenance included. Get to Sun Toyota before Memorial Day, because when you make it Sun Toyota, we make it happen. Call 800-369-3367 for more details.
Toyota.com. Get this. Joey and me were supposed to go to this concert next week, right? But then something terrible happened. Joey was driving without a seatbelt. But he didn't wreck. No, he got pulled over. Now Joey has to pay for a seatbelt ticket instead of a concert ticket, and I have to go by myself. How lame is that? So Joey, if you're out there, you're an idiot. Wear your seatbelt or you'll get a ticket.
All across the country, cops are cracking down. Click it or ticket, day and night.
Funded by the Florida Department of Transportation.
Have you ever taken your family to dinner and been shocked at how expensive the bill was? Or gone to the doctor and been surprised by a large bill that was sent to you later in the mail? There is over $22 billion in U.S. tax-deferred retirement accounts like the IRA and 401k. So do you know how much you will owe in taxes on those accounts in the future? Hi, I'm Rebecca Walser, principal of Walser Wealth Management and a tax attorney. And right now, I want you to think about how much you've saved in your own deferred retirement accounts, whether it's $250,000 or more. Guess what? That is not all of your money. You will have to pay those taxes in retirement as you withdraw it when you have no income. At Walser Wealth, we created a retirement tax bill calculator to show you what you will pay in future taxes on your accounts, and it's free for you to use. Go to mytaxtest.com. Knowledge is only power when it's followed by action. Knowing your future taxes, we can show you strategies that might help you lower them and lower your tax burden overall in the future. For now, use our free tax calculator, mytaxtest.com, mytaxtest.com.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. I am quite aware of the dangers being on the road. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. These families' lives will be changed in an instant. We fight for these families as if they were our own. We've become America's largest injury law firm by winning cases just like these. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Injured? Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Ray's deals are here, and they're so good, even Raymond is buying. Drive a new Kia Sportage, just $479 per month. Or a new Kia Telluride, just $379 a month. Don't miss out. Claim your Ray's deal today. Sportage, $479 per month. Telluride, $379 a month. At Crown Kia, the better way to buy and service. Call 1-800-371-0942 for complete details.
Looking for expert construction services in Tampa Bay? Waterman Construction Group is your go-to for commercial and residential projects. From demolition to new HVAC, patios, pavers, and driveways, they've got you covered. Whether it's a new build, a remodel, or storm repair, Waterman Construction handles your project from start to finish with personalized service, honest pricing, and guaranteed same-day response. Visit watermanconstructiongroup.com or give them a call at 813-715-7383. Waterman Construction. Your vision is their mission. Call them today and tell them you heard about it on the Mike Calta Show.
Hey, it's Brett from PG Men's Health. Are you struggling from erectile dysfunction and sick of the pills? We've got a groundbreaking solution that's transformed the lives of thousands of men. Our acoustic wave technology is backed by 50 clinical studies, including research from Cambridge University. It revitalizes blood flow by repairing blood vessels, all without the need for pills or the worry of side effects. If you're ready to get the blood flowing where you want it, when you want it, call us now. Not only will you get the exam, free assessment, and blood flow ultrasound completely free, if you call today, we're throwing in your first treatment free. This is worth hundreds of dollars, and it's yours free if you call in the next 2 minutes. Call 877-755-MENS. That's 877-755-6367. Guys, it's time to reclaim your love life and put an end to your erectile dysfunction. Call 877-755-MENS. Call PG Men's Health now to qualify. 877-755-6367.
If you need to hire, you know it takes time. Well, what if you could meet with qualified candidates the very next day? Now you can with Zip Intro from ZipRecruiter. You simply pick a time and it does all the work of finding and scheduling qualified candidates for you. Then you choose who you want to talk to and meet with great people on back-to-back video calls as soon as the next day.
Try Zip Intro for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. Zip Intro. Post jobs today. Talk to qualified candidates tomorrow.
Are you a parent of a 2 to 8 year old? Listen closely for an exciting offer, then head to abcmouse.com/radio to learn more. By now, you've probably heard of ABC Mouse.
ABC Mouse is like a little one-on-one teacher. It has helped her so much.
We're offering a promo at abcmouse.com/radio to try it for free for a month, then $14.99 per month until canceled. Go to abcmouse.com/radio to see this offer. That's abcmouse.com/radio. Actual ABC Mouse users compensate for their testimonials, sponsored by Age of Learning.
Experience the summer of music with Neutral and 102.5 The Bone. You could win tickets to some of the biggest shows of the year, including Thomas Rhett, The Weeknd, Jason Aldean, or you could win one of dozens of Neutral prizes like coolers and hats. Neutral. Keep it tasty. Just visit any participating Circle K location in Florida and scan the QR code on the Neutral Summer of Music poster to enter.
When it really matters, choose Farrah and Farrah. Here for you, here for good. Tampa.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Now, back to Senning Show. With your host, John Senning.
Until the philosophy which old one race superior and another inferior.
Tell him, Bob.
Is finally and permanently discredited and abandoned.
What's gonna happen?
Everywhere is war. It's a war that until they're no longer first class and second class citizens of any nation, until the color of a man's skin is of no more significance than the color of his eyes. Miss a war.
Great words.
That until the basic human rights are equally guaranteed to all without regard to race. It is a war.
Robert Nesta Marley.
That until
giving you the truth.
The dream of lasting peace.
I've always loved theme parks ever since I was a little kid. I was 2 years old when we went to the Magic Kingdom when it opened its doors in 1971. Immediately blown away by the sounds, the smells, the rides, everything. And since then, I've just always loved theme parks, whether it's Disney and Epcot, Universal, Islands of Adventure. Sean will be in at 4 to talk Epic Universe with us. Over here in Tampa, you got Busch Gardens now, Adventure Island. Have there been, Mo, you grew up here, were there theme parks that were in Tampa Bay that just didn't quite make it?
Ooh, I think for the most part, the big ones, the big three are here still. I don't think any bit of dust. None of note. None of note.
My granny and grandpa would take us to Busch Gardens. They'd drive us to Orlando to see the Magic Kingdom, but I don't remember any here.
They've really just gotten better. I mean, Busch Gardens is unrecognizable from when I first moved here 40 plus years ago.
Well, it's quite recognizable to me.
I know.
I'm there a lot. I was there this morning walking in another awesome group. Shout out to Cass and her kid Mason and her husband and her mother-in-law. And over on I-4, as you're headed to Orlando, to the right where they've got the Best Buy now at Haines City, used to be first Circus World and then Boardwalk and Baseball. The first was a circus-themed theme park, and you get your face painted by a clown. They put it on a button for you. And then Boardwalk and Baseball was a baseball-themed theme park. Legoland, of course. I know, Diz, you were expressing some interest in taking the family there.
Yeah.
We got to see if we can help you out with that, because I overheard you running into some brick walls when it comes to taking the family to Legoland. So if you got a Legoland hookup, reach out to your boy Diz.
Yes, sir. And you see the irony of running into brick walls trying to get into Legoland.
Oh, Lego brick walls. I see what you did there.
They should just come right down.
Diz, when you grew up, what were the theme parks you were going to?
For sure, Busch Gardens and Adventure Island here. When we lived up in Canada, when I was really young, we used to take trips down to Florida, go to Disney, go to Universal. I remember seeing like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids Land and everything here. Loved it.
That was so cool.
Up in Canada, they have something called Canada's Wonderlands by Paramount. It's basically their Universal. So
wow.
Yeah.
Paramount, like the film?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So they got all the Paramount intellectual properties now.
Yes.
Oh, how cool is that?
Yeah, they had like the Top Gun ride and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh, man, how have we never heard of that? Why don't
never
they
knew
have
that?
one in the U.S.? No, I didn't know there was a Paramount theme park up in Canada.
Yeah.
Oh, that's rad.
You didn't either? Oh, yeah. Everything. Italian Job ride and stuff they had. Yeah.
The race car movie?
Yeah, you were in little Mini Coopers and you'd race around.
Yeah, they should have rethought that name, though.
Well,
the Italian Job, right? Yeah, I'm good, bro.
Yeah, right. I missed this one, dog.
No thanks, Paisan.
Forget about it.
Yeah, forget about it.
I can just picture that roller coaster, the Top Gun one, when you're like sitting there waiting to take off, and it gives you that.
Yeah.
Oh. I love the Top Gun interlude. Steve Stevens, Billy Idol's guitarist, played this while they had a little breakdown, and he held his guitar up and played this, and everybody was like, Top Gun! In the Northeast, we had Canopy Lake Park near Massachusetts. I think it was either Rhode Island or New Hampshire. And my grandparents on my dad's side would take us to the Bronx Zoo, which was incredible. They would take us to Rye Playland, also cool. Coney Island, amazing. Great Adventure, which was in New Jersey, where on one side it was all theme parks, like rides, like roller coasters, and then the other side was a drive-through wildlife safari. So, like, you take your grandfather's Mark IV Continental and drive through, and there'd be baboons, like, walking up to the car, and, like, giraffes and lions. It was super cool.
I would love that as a kid. As an adult, I go, I don't want any part of this.
No, dude.
Wild animals coming up to my car?
Yeah,
I'm good.
Yeah, they have in Florida Lion Country Safari, but I think you have to get in fact, I know you do. You have to get into one of their cars. So you get into a Jeep, and then you drive around, which is pretty cool. I don't even know if it's still open. Discount Lion Safari from The Simpsons. Classic. Hello there. Who are you?
My name is TJ.
Hey, TJ, the reason we're talking about theme parks and extinct rides, if you will, one of the greatest and most underrated experiences in Central Florida, the Muppet 3D movie at Disney's Hollywood Studios, formerly MGM, is shutting its doors forever in just a couple of weeks. And it's tragic because it is a shame because I absolutely love it. Thank God I got to ride it last year. I guess you don't ride it, you watch it, but that was super cool. What you got for us, sir?
Well, actually, I played music for a Hard Rock theme park in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
Wait,
I played 5 days a week.
There's a Hard Rock theme park in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina?
Wait.
Oh.
Okay. It lasted about as long as a June frost.
Oh. What do you think happened? Why did it not last?
Well, the best thing to say, when they hired me to be a musician there, they explained to me that the first act that they were going to bring in for the opening weekend was the Eagles. And they were spending $1.3 million to bring the Eagles in to open this show.
Just a brief correction, sir. It is actually not the Eagles. It's Eagles. I know that's somewhat pedantic, but
it's like sending show.
Exactly. I just learned this a few months ago. I've been calling them the Eagles my entire life too, but it's actually just Eagles. Fun fact.
Hello?
Hello?
I think I lost you, Jay, for a minute.
Hello? Did we lose him? Hello?
No, my mistake. I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
Where'd he go? He was just here a second ago. Hello?
I'm still here. I can hear you.
See, I wonder if he can hear me. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
I guess he can't hear me either. This is weird.
Let me call back.
Hello?
Hello. I can hear you fine.
Oh, I don't think I had this button. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, he's still not there.
Okay, well, let me call back if you will.
Hello?
Hello? I'm here. Can you hear me?
Oh, there he is.
I am? Okay, good.
There's the engineer who can help me with this button I was looking for. Dylan, can you help me? It's fine if I get this caller on the air? Yeah, no problem, Drew. I got you. Okay, thank you. Hello?
Yes.
Okay.
We're together here now? Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I still got nothing. I don't know what's going on. Is he? Hello?
Let me call back.
Oh, I got you.
You do? Okay. There was somebody that licensed a Hard Rock name to build the Hard Rock theme park in Myrtle Beach, and I believe it was 2003 that it opened up. And the bottom line was they spent a lot of money and did very, very little to attract the locals to come in. So it lasted all the way till fall. It opened in May, and by the fall it was over with. Then somebody bought it for pennies on the dollar and opened it up as a freestyle theme park, still rock and roll based. And it was gone within a year. It just didn't last. Now it's nothing more than a skeleton of a park.
Hello?
Yes, we're not talking, are we? You can't hear me?
It's weird. It was there for a second.
I'm very sorry to hear this. I'm sorry we're going to have a bad connection. I'll be happy to call back.
I just wanted to hear about this Hard Rock theme park. So there was a... Sir? I appreciate the call, sir. 800-771-1025. Just in a mischievous mood this afternoon. Sorry to do that to you. Hello there. Welcome to Drew Garabo. By the way, just hold on 1 second. I looked it up, and yeah, the Freestyle Music Park. It became the Freestyle Music Park, a music-themed amusement park in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I went to Myrtle Beach on vacation once, and man, it just screams tourist trap like everywhere. Have you guys been?
Yeah.
Yeah, like so over the top touristy, right?
Yes.
I would like to attend that freestyle music park just to see if it's freestyle music like Todd Wright bumped at the University of Miami back in the 80s and 90s. I think this is going to be him again. Hello?
Hello, yes, it's TJ. We got disconnected.
Hey, TJ, man, I'm so glad you called back in. I wanted to find out about that hard rock music.
Yeah,
is it still around?
Was just, they had it.
Because I've been to the freestyle music park up there before, but that's the only.
Oh, well, that was originally Hard Rock.
No, it's a freestyle music park.
I know it was originally Hard Rock Park, and freestyle. The people that owned freestyle bought it from the people that had Hard Rock.
Oh, I think
like
I
25 cents on the dollar.
I think I went to their grand opening. Did they have the Eagles play?
Yes, they had the Eagles play for the Hard Rock Park opening.
No, Eagles, not the Eagles. But man, that sounds like a lot of fun. TJ, thank you so much for calling back in, bro. I'm glad we got to reconnect. I'm sorry about the phone lines.
It was an absolute blast, and I appreciate the fact that you took my call. It's just a shame. I'm here in Florida now, but this was an absolute mess. I was working with Margaritaville at the same time, and Margaritaville ended up bringing me down here.
Oh, good. Are you still with Margaritaville? They're popping up all over the place. You got like Margarita Adult Community, Margaritaville at Sea. Jimmy Buffett's dead, for Christ's sake.
Right, and as a matter of fact, I worked for them as long. I did 5 years at Margaritaville, 156 days a year.
Oh.
But now I just play freelance around the Tampa Bay area.
Oh man, well call in and let me know where you playing anywhere this weekend that we can go see.
Yeah, Paradise Grill in St. Pete.
Paradise Grill, St. Pete. TJ's playing there.
Paso Grill.
All right, good.
Playing the Sunset.
There you go. We'll see you at Sunset, TJ. Nice guy. Played along. Love that.
Sunset Bar Grill musicians.
Oh, man.
I love them.
Imagine, like, you got to play Margaritaville 150 times, how sick you are of playing freaking Margaritaville and how sick you are of playing, like, Volcano and, like, you probably try to mix in a couple of your own songs.
Hey, yeah, right.
Hey, you shut up. We're talking.
Do you think you have to play Margaritaville at Margaritaville?
Yeah, duh. If you try to go one set without playing Margaritaville at Margaritaville, they will put out a pop top and a flop top on you,
flip flop and a pop
cover you in oil. Hello there, sir.
Hey, Wild Waters was a great one in Orlando.
Oh, that was Wild Waters was not in Orlando, my good man. Wild Waters, I believe, was
Osceola.
If you just let me finish.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
I got kids in the car.
What does that have to do with letting me finish?
You're the one doing the interrupting.
Do your kids have a gun at your head? Like, Dad, interrupt this prick on the radio or I'll shoot you.
See, I try to throw the shade on his kids. Hey, they said a word.
Yeah, what that dude selling out your kids like that is something else, man. Like, I didn't even hear him. The kids are like, what'd we do, Dad? Wild Waters was in, I believe, the Silver Springs area. It was a sister park. I'm going to kill those kids.
The kids.
You keep interrupting me like that, I'll find out where your kids are. I'll kidnap them. 800-771-1025. I don't want to talk to you anymore. Water Mania was in Osceola County, which was the competition for Wet and Wild, which was in Orlando, which is now the Surfside Hotel for Universal. They, of course, have Volcano Bay, a kick-ass. You guys, have you taken the family to Volcano Bay yet?
No, I've never been to Volcano Bay yet.
That is a premier water park.
Really?
Amazing. Like the theming, the technology they use, all the rides. It is incredible.
Do you go down slides and stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I have a fear of going down these slides. It's probably from Final Destination or something like that. I'm going to go down, and one of those screws are just going to be up a little and just cut right through my whole leg.
That's a legit fear. It happens. Yeah. I mean, not there, but yeah.
I'll get paid. So
you
will.
You
probably should just go for it.
Is it worth it? Like, you got disemboweled, but you got $20 million. The first time we went there, I had to be the first one in the park, and we got there like a little bit late for my taste, but then we saw I don't want to use their real names. Melissa Dawson, Double D, Carrie and Casey.
Oh, okay.
Everybody knows
Yeah,
Carrie
yeah.
and Casey. Love them. They've been Bone fans for forever. They're great people. And we saw them like at the front of the line. They're like, hey, come up here. I was like, oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like the first one in the park, and we had eaten quite a bit of chocolate that morning.
Yes.
And so they open the doors, rope drop as they call it, and it's starting to sink in, and you get those feelings.
Yeah, and stomach and stuff.
Exactly, that that stomach
It's coming,
feeling.
yeah.
And so we're headed to what we thought was the Aqua Coaster, which is like you all get on this big raft and it's like a water roller coaster. I'm like, this is gonna be great. So we walk up all these stairs, adrenaline's kicking it in. I'm like, all right, we get to the top. I've taken us to the wrong ride. You see a pattern here?
Oh, yeah.
Can't trust me. I'm not Magellan. So I had taken us to the wrong ride. I took us to the one where you stand on a little platform and then the platform drops and you go straight down.
Oh, yeah.
I would never in a million years ride that of my own volition.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at it right as everything's kicking in and I go, oh, man, how do I get out of here? He goes, well, 2 ways. He goes, it's either a long walk down that way or a quick drop right here. I go, I'll take quick drop. So I stand in the thing and like they play these drums as you're waiting for the bomb bay to like drop. And it's like, and my heart's like, don't do this, idiot. Don't do this. Don't do this. And my mind's going, where are we right now? And all of a sudden, 3, 2, and I'm waiting for 1. And right as 2, it drops. And I'm just like, ah! And then I got off and I'm like, I feel so alive right now. Good afternoon. Welcome to Drew Garabo Live /Sending Show. Who are you?
Andy.
What's up, Andy? How we doing today, bud?
I'm doing great. I just wanted to mention about SeaWorld in rural Ohio. They closed it years ago. I thought it was kind of weird that it had a SeaWorld in Ohio.
I always thought that was odd, too. I know there was a SeaWorld in San Diego. There was one in Texas and then in Ohio. And I'm like, what? Why would they open a SeaWorld in friggin' Ohio, of all places?
Yeah, I think they closed it because they were feeding washed-up DJs the killer whales.
Okay. I don't know if that was I don't know who that's a joke on, but thank you. 800-771-1025. I don't know whether to be insulted or delighted.
Going into the holiday weekend with a joke as bad as that.
Washed up DJs to see. Okay. Hello, who are you?
This is Tony.
Hi, Tony.
Hi, I just wanted to add a little information about the Paramount theme parks. Paramount actually sold off their theme park business. So unfortunately, the Top Gun and Italian Job IP, those are no longer at their park. They got sold to Cedar Fair. Cedar Fair was the one who also bought out the, Six Flags bought the SeaWorld in Ohio, and then now they're merged with Cedar Fair. They're a huge amusement park conglomerate. Pretty much all over the country at this point.
Oh, yeah?
But no more Top Gun ride, unfortunately.
They have the Top Gun run, just name something else.
And
the same way the Italian Job's like, I'm talking, dummy. I'm just taking a page from Drew's book. I'm sorry.
I love it.
The Italian Job ride is the Fast and the Furious ride now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it says they got the license to use Nickelodeon names and themes, too. That would be, I know Universal used to have Nick Studios there.
Yeah.
They didn't really have any Nicktoons rides. I always thought that would be so cool. You have like a Rugrats ride. You take out all the obscure ones like Rocco's Modern Life, Real Monsters, Pete and Pete. I loved, dude, those old Nicktoons. Salute your shorts. Hello there. Who are you?
Hey, this is Dwayne.
What's up, Dwayne?
Hey, going back to early 2000s, possibly late 90s, do you remember the Alien, it was called Alien Attacks at Magic Kingdom?
Oh, yeah.
Alien Attack.
Yeah, that was a pretty wild one.
Where you're like in the thing and an alien broke loose and all that.
Oh, yeah. It used to be
Yeah.
Mission to Mars, and then it became something else because Mission to Mars was kind of boring. But then they relaunched it, and yeah, it was like the little alien like by your feet, like
yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah. You felt everything in the sea, behind you and all that.
Yeah, that made the way for like 4D movies that they have now. By the way, Tom Cruise is on one hell of a media blitz right now for this new Mission Impossible movie. He's everywhere, and they're making a big deal out of the way he eats popcorn.
How does he eat it?
He takes like a giant handful, which is what I do.
Yeah. Right.
But instead of doing what normal people do, which is just like one at a time, he throws it in his mouth like he's a maniac with his popcorn.
Like, so he grabs it and just tries to catch it as he throws it and then does that.
Yeah, it's the most bizarre thing. And like he's got like a popcorn obsession. He's going up to all the concession workers. He's like, do you got the popcorn? Do you eat popcorn? Do you guys like popcorn? He's like insisting on popcorn for movies, which, to be honest, like popcorn really does enhance a movie. Like
Yes,
a movie
it does.
It's not a
100%.
movie if you don't have like a nice tub of popcorn between the two of you, little gooey butter, throw in some, of course, snow caps, Reese's Pieces,
don't do that.
what have you.
Snow
Yeah, you
caps.
gotta
That's
do
a white
The whitest of white movie candies.
It's dark chocolate, Maurice. Hello there. Who are you?
Hey, it's Bobby.
Bobby.
Hey, so I was going to call that a water park in New Mexico.
You're going to, but what happened?
I'm going to right now.
Okay, good.
I know John's been to Boulder, but have you guys been to New Mexico before?
No.
No.
Okay, well, New Mexico has no water. So, I mean, you get fined if you have grass and you water your grass, they'll come by and give you a fine.
Okay.
So, but when I was growing up, they decided to open a water park.
That's smart.
On the side of this big sandy hill. It was called the Beach Water Park in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Huh.
And they had like 3 slides that ran down a dirt hill. You know, those slides that would like kind of sections that would, when you got off of it, your back was all just completely jacked up. And then they went out of business immediately. And it was really sad.
All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Extinct New Mexican water parks. Hello. By the way, remember I said we weren't going to get any phone calls this afternoon because nobody's working? We're getting a ton of phone calls this afternoon.
A lot of people
Absolutely
working.
Love it. Good. Hi there.
Hi, it's Kevin.
Hi, Kev.
How you doing? Up in Rhode Island, there's a theme park back in the day, opened up in the 1800s, called Rocky Point in Warwick, Rhode Island.
Warwick.
Michael Jackson almost bought it for his own theme park, but it never materialized.
I tell you, Michael Jackson had quite the theme park obsession. He built his own Neverland Ranch,
Right.
of course. But my very good friend, Mytel Sarando, in high school drama class, went to Circus World and sat on the Ferris wheel in the same cart as Michael Jackson. He autographed her pink and purple Vans with his signature.
Well, he just happened to be on the ride.
Happened to be on the ride when she was there.
Crazy. Wow.
Crazy. Height of his popularity, 1985, 86. And Mytel Sarando met him and got his autograph. Crazy. Hello.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Really good, buddy. What's your name and how are you?
It's Eric, and I'm doing fantastic.
What's up, dude?
Hey, they're saying that one of y'all sound like an owl.
Who?
What?
It's a good one. Get it? Who?
Was it?
Who? One of you guys sounds like an owl? Who? That's my kind of joke. I love you, Eric.
Is it?
I appreciate you, Eric. These guys don't. I do. Hello.
What's up, boys?
Bobby frickin' D in the house. A legend. What's up, dude?
Well, you know, it's a little carryover from earlier, but you're talking about the most famous redhead. Wouldn't that be Lucille Ball?
Huh?
Lucille Ball.
redhead. Oh, got you. Okay, I thought you said ride. I was like, well, what's he talking about?
I'm off the rise. I don't know any theme parks.
Well, you know, that's a really good. Okay, so from, I would say, Lucille Ball, the most popular redhead of the baby boomer generation.
Yeah.
Gen X and below, I would have to say Carrot Top.
Millennials, for me, it's Conan.
Conan.
I don't know why you didn't think of that. Yeah.
How do we not remember
He's
friggin'
probably the most famous ginger I know. Yeah.
the funniest. No offense to Carrot Top, but Conan is the funniest.
We love him. I'm surprised we didn't think of that.
Yeah, we're big, huge Conan fans, which his new travel show on Max is great. Like, God, you could just give Conan a camera and be like, go do something, and he's going to be effing hilarious. God, he's so great. Good call, Lucille Ball.
Oh, hang on. You still there?
I am.
Okay. Carrot Scotty Top, the word went out.
Word went out?
Yeah, the starts with an S.
Oh, okay. Yeah, John was running the board then. So, we always appreciate when people let us know things like that because there's nothing we can do.
Well, I'm not trying to get, but yeah, I heard it. Okay. But anyway, you know, sometimes Bigfoot is confused with all right. Sometimes Bigfoot is confused with Sasquatch, yet he never complains.
I get it. I get it.
What's happening?
I don't.
Bigfoot is confused with Sasquatch, but he never complains. Hello, welcome to Drew Garabo Live. Hi.
Yeah, hi. Can you play Ghostbusters song for me?
That got me.
It's even funny that he's laughing at his own.
You guys have a great show. Have a wonderful weekend, man.
Do you really want to hear the Ghostbusters song by Ray Parker Jr.?
No, not really. I just had to throw it in there.
Oh, all right. I thought I would have played it for you. That'd be really funny. Wasn't Chevy Chase in the video for that? Like, he was one of the people saying Ghostbusters when they said, who are you going to call? I think they had a litany of celebrities. Some of them were in Ghostbusters. Some of them were not.
I know I don't believe Chevy and Bill Murray got along all that famously, so it would be weird, but they probably could have talked him into doing the video.
Was Chevy Chase in the Ghostbusters video? Stand by. Doop-a-doo. Yes, Chevy Chase did make a cameo appearance in the music video for the Ghostbusters theme song. The video, which was a hit on MTV, featured several celebrity cameos, including John Candy, Al Franken, and Jeffrey Tambor. Hey now. Dude, I don't know that I've ever gone through a manic phase like I went through when Ghostbusters came out. It just hit me at the perfect time. I've always been into the paranormal. I loved Bill Murray. I loved Aykroyd, Harold Ramis. And I put Ghostbusters stickers on my mom's Mercury Zephyr. I wanted it to be the Ecto One.
That's funny.
Did you know that Ghostbusters originally was supposed to be Stripes was supposed to be a Cheech and Chong movie?
I did not know that.
I listened to Bill Murray on the Howard Stern show when we were driving up to Georgia last week. And he said that Stripes was originally supposed to be a Cheech and Chong movie, but I like their manager turned it down without ever checking with them.
An idiot.
So it became a Bill Murray and Harold Ramis movie.
Did you know Ray Parker Jr. got sued for that song?
By Huey Lewis,
That's
because
right.
it's the same damn song as I Want a New Drug.
And they had approached Huey Lewis to write a song for Ghostbusters first.
That I did not know.
Yes.
Hello
that
there.
was the tie-in. Yeah.
Hello?
Hello, Drew.
Hi. What's your name?
Hey, this is Glenn. I've talked to you a couple times about cancer stuff, but that's not why I'm calling. You talk about the theme parks. Was kind of interesting. You know how they license characters for like Nickelodeon and all that.
Yeah.
At Universal they have like the Marvel superheroes walking around and doing stuff, right?
Yeah. Now Disney owns Marvel, so that's going to be a sticky wicket, right?
Oh yeah.
Well, it's
And the
not really
Simpsons,
their
too.
license, but what's interesting is out at Disneyland in Anaheim, they have an whole Avengers. It's part of the park now.
Oh.
And yeah, it's kind of. I was talking to my daughter who was worked for Disney for a long time. It's all about the licensing, and that's why Disney can't use Marvel characters here because Universal's got the license here.
Yeah.
But they can do whatever they want in California.
Yeah, and Disney owns the Simpsons now, but there's a Simpsons land in Universal Orlando, which is really interesting.
I don't know how. I mean, I guess it's a team or a bank of lawyers, how these companies and corporations keep a count of who owns what rights to who, because they have to intermingle and cross-cut, and it's weird.
If you're trying to call our hotline, I don't think it works yet. Sometimes you'll see the light flashing, like the hotline light is flashing, but there's no call coming through on the hotline right now.
And it's flashing?
Yeah. It's the weirdest thing.
Yes.
I think they got rid of that one, and now we just use that orange one now.
Oh, so then that means nothing?
I think so.
Okay. Maybe someone's trying to call the old hotline. I don't know. By the way, we all missed the Bobby D joke. Yeti never complains.
Oh.
Thank you, Ride or Die TB.
Delivery. Delivery.
So, it's all
Yeti.
delivery.
Yeti never
So
complains.
Sasquatch was compared to Bigfoot.
Bigfoot.
Oh.
Yeti never complains.
Okay.
Ow. Hello there. Explaining is losing.
Hello, it's Dave.
Hey, Dave. What's up,
Dave?
What about forgive me if someone said this already, but perhaps the most famous ginger of all. It's right there in the name, Ginger Grant.
Tina Louise?
Yeah.
I don't even think she cracked probably the top 10 most famous redheads of the 1970s, but thank you, Dave.
She was hot, though. Oh, wait, hold on.
What?
I mean, Anne Margaret. I mean, she's not going to be the top, but
No,
she
but-
was a gorgeous redhead.
Hello.
Hello.
I say hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, this is Dave.
Hi, Dave.
Not
Dave.
the other Dave.
Oh, okay.
This is a different Dave. Hey, you guys are awesome. But I apologize. I haven't heard anybody mention Cedar Point.
Up in Ohio?
Yes, sir.
Sandusky, Ohio, if I'm not mistaken.
Sandusky, the world's best roller coasters, in my opinion. But
Sandusky, Ohio, a lot more fun of a ride than Sandusky, Penn State University. Rhythmic slapping. Hello there.
Hey, how's it going?
What up, dude?
Are you guys familiar, or were you familiar with Six Gun Territory in Ocala? That was right down the road from Wild Waters and Silver Spring?
Yeah, my parents would take. Remember when you go into a hotel in Florida, and I'm sure they still have them. They'd have the giant wooden display case, and they had brochures from different theme parks, like 80 of them. Wet and Wild, Wild Waters, Six Gun Territory. Man, when we would go to Silver Springs, and I think we went to Wild Waters a couple of times, and then, Six Gun Territory is just like a replica of a ghost town where they would have just a gunfight, like right in the middle of the street, and that was pretty much all there was.
Every day at noon, they would have the shootout at the OK Corral in the middle of the street, and the people would line the sides and then watch these two guys shoot each other in the middle of the road. Big fanfare with it. It was pretty cool.
High noon.
When I was very young, yeah.
Yeah, I do remember that place. The lamest theme park that I still can't even believe was a thing, out by SeaWorld, they had Stars Hall of Fame. It was a wax museum. Have you guys ever been to a wax museum?
I liked wax museums. I thought they were cool.
What? It's a museum, Diz, and it's just wax replicas of celebrities.
Yeah. I'm not really interested.
No, what is the friggin' point?
I don't know. I don't know why.
What did you like about a wax museum?
It was cool.
Oh, neat. Dr. Zhivago in wax form. This is amazing.
Hey, I got to meet Wax Beyonce.
Yeah,
Who cares?
Exactly. Oh, what'd you do on your vacation? Oh, I saw wax versions of Jay-Z, Michael Jackson, Prince. The actual ones? No, they were wax. Did you get a candle? No. I went there on the Friday, and they only have candles on the weekends.
I couldn't tell you why I liked them. I just remember liking them. The week I heard it.
Thank you. Maurice, what do you have coming up in the not Mo Betta News? That's at 6 o'clock. We've got Maurice's pieces.
Sing us a song, Piano Man. Are you tough enough for the new army? And the free state of Florida says, well, you're not that free.
Oh. It's coming up next on Mo Betta. Diz, thanks for hanging out, buddy. Appreciate it.
Thank you. I had fun kicking with you guys.
Absolutely. And thank your beautiful girlfriend for not killing John Senning today. And we will return with Maurice's pieces.
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. Let's have some summer fun in the summer sun, Bone fam. It's the Neutral Summer of Music, presented by Neutral. Win tickets to some of the summer's biggest shows, like Thomas Rhett, Katy Perry, Jason Aldean, and more. Plus, score Neutral summer gear, including hats and coolers. Scan the QR code at participating Florida Circle K's, Miller's Ale House, or at the Blind Goat in Tampa to enter. Neutral. Keep it tasty. Visit theboneonline.com for more details.
If you're the victim of a car crash, take back control of your life. Call Anna Jar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
This is a cat named Mo for Crunch Fitness. This Memorial Day weekend, you can join for only $1. Get 30 days free going on May 23rd through the 31st only. You go to crunch.com and enter the code HERO, and memberships will start at $9.99 a month. It's time to be your hero with world-famous group fitness classes and all the strength and cardio equipment you need at more than 500 locations nationwide. This Memorial Day weekend, join for only $1. You get 30 days free. It's the 23rd through the 31st only. Go to crunch.com and enter the code HERO. Time to get crunched. Offer ends 5/31.
Mom and Dad seemed different after a European-style holiday on MSC Cruises.
Call us Cloud and Yvette.
The ship had restaurants, shops, and nightlife.
La Galleria.
And of course, American touches like an aqua park and a sweets shop.
American je ne sais quoi.
Mom, you're from Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, Kevin. Book now and save up to 40% off. Plus, kids sail free. MSC Cruises. Let's holiday. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
John Senning here, ready to introduce you to a slice of paradise right in our own backyard. Kava Social Club, right across the Skyway in downtown Bradenton. A unique place to unwind and socialize the traditional drink of kava, known for its calming effects and rich cultural heritage. The super knowledgeable and friendly staff are going to take care of you, whether you're a seasoned kava drinker or a newbie. The extensive menu's always changing with new fresh drinks several times a day. Bring your friends, check out the huge tiki hut in the back, play some games, or just kick back and relax in this beautiful oasis. It's a vibrant community of like-minded folks. Make your plans to get down to the Kava Social Club today. It's a quick drive from St. Pete right over the Skyway Bridge and real close if you're in Sarasota. Follow them on social media at Kava Social Club for all the latest updates and visit them online at thekavasocialclub.com. Kava Social Club, where your vibe attracts your tribe. Boola, baby!
Where exactly do you think you're going? You're abandoning me, your beloved, exquisitely plush couch. Look, these feet are handcrafted mahogany. Put that Heineken's back. Do you really want to go to that concert? Wouldn't it be infinitely better to stay here with me? Look, I have a perfect imprint of your posterior. Please, don't go!
Don't listen to your couch. Head to a concert with some friends and grab some ice-cold Heinekens. Must be 21 plus to purchase. Enjoy Heineken responsibly.
Stingray Chevrolet.
Hi, this is Steve Hurley, owner of Stingray Chevrolet. There's no doubt if you listen to the news that the economic landscape is in a constant state of change. And with the uncertainty surrounding the automotive industry, many people are heading to the used car lots. Listen, there are plenty of good reasons to buy a pre-owned vehicle, and chief among them is avoiding the dreaded D word, depreciation. Here at Stingray, we constantly stock 200 high-quality pre-owned vehicles with a great selection of certified pre-owned Chevys, like a 2022 certified pre-owned Chevy Trax for just $17,600. And since saving money is on the top of everyone's mind, remember that Stingray Chevy on I-4 has no dealer fee on any pre-owned vehicle, and that automatically saves you $1,000 to $1,500. StingrayChevrolet.com, Tampa Bay's big store on I-4, exit 22, Plant City. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Stingray Chevrolet. Relax, enjoy the difference.
A lot of people, when they come in, they'll say, this is my last hope. The next step is getting them in the right arch supports. Our goal is to have that long-term change for them, to see someone that is in pain. I change things for them. See how we can help you with a free fitting at the Good Feet store.
Preparing to sell your home can be costly and time-consuming. You can skip the hassles of a traditional home sale and sell your home stress-free with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Hey, it's JP. You can say goodbye to the stress that comes along with showings, open houses, and costly home repairs. My friends at Mark Spain Real Estate will sell your home fast and for maximum value. With over 12,500 five-star reviews, trust the top real estate team in the U.S. to sell your home for top dollar. Just go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
Think you're not the suing type? But you weren't at fault. I'm Tampa injury attorney Mo DeWitt. You didn't choose this accident, the bills, or the damage. Don't cover for someone else's mistake. Just call Mo. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
Customers often ask, what's the right mattress for me? At the Original Mattress Factory, our answer is always the same. It's all about personal preference. You should select the one that feels right to you, because there isn't a one-mattress-fits-all solution. That's why we offer a selection of quality and comfort choices for every preference. And our sales team will help you find the right product for your specific needs. At the Original Mattress Factory, we have the right mattress for just about everyone. Stop by to find yours today.
It's Jeff Jr. from Trajan Wealth, and I've got something important to talk to you about, your 401k. If you have changed jobs, there are two very important considerations. You don't want to leave your 401k behind, and you don't want to roll it over into your new company plan without consulting Trajan Wealth first. 401ks will often have limited investments or age-based options. Since companies have to make choices to suit all employees, they may not be suited to you, which could cost you fees and money. When you roll over your 401k into an IRA, you not only keep your money growing tax deferred, but you also gain access to a world of investment options specifically designed for you. Trajan Wealth and our fiduciary advisors have helped thousands, and we can do the same for you. Call Trajan today at 813-550-1000. That's 813-550-1000.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor.
If you've been hurt in an accident, call Bernetti PA. We make it easy. In fact, you can hire us by phone, over the internet, or we'll come to you. Call 1-800-BERNETTI. We're ready. Offices Lakeland, Tampa, St. Pete.
Hey guys, it's a cat named Mo, and for the past 10 years, I've been talking about the Centers for Men's Health, better known as C4MH.com, which has been the leader in low T care for the past 15 years. C4MH.com leads because it's a local medical practice, not one of those slick national franchise T clinics that pop up overnight. C4MH leads because it has no financial contracts, no upfront treatment payments, and no added cost treatments. C4MH leads because we fully disclose, and I say we because, again, I've been with them for 10 years, the affordable pricing. There are no hidden surprise costs. The slick pop-up clinic's pricing is nowhere to be found, and then come the contracts and high-pressure upselling. C4MH leads because 18 West Coast Florida locations only treat you with pharmaceutical testosterone and never the cut rate compounded stuff the other clinics use. So when you want affordable, safe, convenient, low T care, go to C4MH.com.
Time marches on and a lot has changed, but one thing has not changed. Washington regulations on local stations. Regulations that make it tough for local TV and radio stations to compete with global big tech platforms. If you want to keep local news, weather, and live sports on TV and radio, we need updated regulations. Tell Washington to modernize the rules to help local stations compete. Learn more at nab.org/modernize the rules. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
This hour of Setting Show is brought to you by Hawkins Service Co. One call handles it all.
1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 1073 WXGL HD2 St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio. And now, back to Setting Show. It's time for John's Choice with your host, John Senning.
Falling to Maurice's pieces.
Cruise apply, thickens ever a day.
It's Maurice's Pieces, where Mo will keep you abreast of the news, which will hold you over until 6 o'clock when you get the Mo Better News. It's time for Maurice's Pieces.
Hard to interrupt Mike Patton in the
It really is.
Like it, love it, love it, love it. Top story out of Tallahassee that relates to us here in Florida. Federal judge weighs in, Drew, to halt the controversial Florida ballot amendment law. What is the Florida ballot amendment law, Drew?
Say, Mo, what's the Florida ballot amendment law?
Drew, I'm glad you asked.
Oh, okay.
It is a law that critics say drastically restricts the citizens' ability, the citizens, by the way, that's you and me, to place constitutional amendments to the state or on the state ballot. At the center of the legal fight is House Bill 1205, a measure backed by Governor Sonny D and Republican lawmakers that are apparently pissed that there was almost a constitutional amendment on abortion that passed and also legalized weed smoking. And now they want to limit the ability to have that put out there because obviously, as the governor, you can veto a bill, certain types of bills, or you can cancel them out. But if it's a constitutional amendment then the governor, it's embedded in the Constitution. The governor doesn't have any right to take it away. The law, this is what it does. It raises the bar for citizen-led ballot initiatives. It shortens the time allowed to submit petition signatures from 30 days to 10. That right there is, how are you going to, you may be able to get the right amount of signatures, but 20 days less, that's a lot. Introduces new criminal penalties for petition gatherers and tightens rules that advocacy groups say are already limiting participation. Opponents, including Florida Decides Healthcare, which is campaigning to expand Medicaid, filed in suit in federal court and asked for a preliminary injunction during the Thursday hearing. They argued that HB 1205 violates the First and 14th Amendments by chilling political speech and burdening the democratic process every now and again. And I've said a lot of good things about Sonny D, Governor Sonny D. I've said some things that I don't really coincide with as far as his opinions and or ideologies. A lot of times he can be somewhat hypocritical, and I certainly think it is to call us the free state of Florida and then act as if, wait, it's only free if it agrees with me.
Right. Right. It's like they want to keep the status quo, and anything that challenges that, they want to rule with an iron fist.
Right. A free state of Florida would mean that if enough citizens of Florida decide that they want something or a constitutional amendment, it should be incumbent of you to make that process easier because it's going to get voted on. And if the voters wanted to go this way, as the governor, you should say, okay, this is what they voted on and this is how it shall be. Shouldn't make that process harder. Come on, man. Seminole Heights. High school substitute teacher arrested for what? What would a Seminole high school substitute teacher be arrested for in this day and age?
I'm going to go with either having kiddie porn or getting inappropriate with a student.
Is punching a student with autism getting inappropriate?
Jesus Christ, did not see that coming. Is that a thing?
Now, apparently it is. The brief is this. A substitute teacher was taken to jail for punching a nonverbal student with autism in a classroom at Seminole High School, according to an arrest affidavit. The 27-year-old admitted to police he placed his hands on the victim for no reason. The school district confirmed that he is no longer a Seminole County Schools employee. It's unclear what led to the attack, but witnesses reported hearing Jung say, "You made Matthew's nose effing bleed," before he leaned down onto the student. Jung admitted to police that he placed his hands again on them for no reason. Who gave that guy a substitute teaching?
Yikes. I wouldn't even let that guy in a convenience store.
I know. Come on, man. Where's the vetting process
Good
up
Lord.
there? Any allegations of misconduct by our staff will be taken seriously and handled quickly. We will continue to fully cooperate and assist law enforcement as they continue their investigation. I remember in 8th grade, a teacher, his name was Mr. Benton. I think we had general studies. There was this kid, I can't remember his name, but he was known to be the bully.
Yeah.
And he was trying to bully me. We were kind of friends, kind of not. Well, you're never really friends with a bully. You
just have peace.
Yeah, you just have peace until he decides to turn his bullying on you. And he made, I guess he was trying to fight me or something like that. I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Of course.
And he took us both into the bathroom and made us fight. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, because I'm trying to figure out the psychology behind this, I think that he wanted maybe somebody to face down the bully or wanted to make sure that I was not afraid of him. Either way, for a teacher to take two students into a bathroom and say, okay, fight, is it appropriate, right?
Right. Yeah, you can't do that. You can't have your own fight club in a school.
Yeah, right.
It's wrong.
Clearly, this predated Fight Club, and I don't think he was going to let it get to any. I don't know. I didn't know whether to thank him for it. I mean, we threw hands a little bit, but and then it was stopped. And I never knew whether I should have been appreciative of the teacher or reported him.
I don't know. You did what you thought was right at the time.
I did. One of my funniest and oldest memories. He was my friend. He was like one of my good friends, Matthew Green, and we were in the classroom, and he said something that this teacher felt it that I was I did. I said something to him, be a wisecracker, and he felt like I should give an apology.
Yeah,
and he had to. I'm like, but we were blah 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 blah. But so he had to cajole me into giving the apology, and so I said I'm sorry, and then with perfect timing, Matthew said, "Oh, don't mention it." And he was so pissed that he had spent all of this time trying to get me to apologize. And then he goes, I don't mention it. Then he made him stand up and apologize to me.
All I got out of that is substitute teachers have it rough, man.
No, this was
real teacher? Not that substitutes aren't real teachers, but they're not.
I will say this. He was one of my favorite teachers. But yeah. Substitute teachers have it rough. They have no lesson plan. They go in, slap
babysitters,
slap a couple of autistic students around, and then they're done.
Terrible.
Florida man. This is a big story around the local area. Florida man with sordid history accused. Did you ever have a teacher incident? An incident with a teacher that is stuck in your memory?
Oh my God, a million of them. Teachers hated me. I was a nightmare.
Because
I was just a smartass. Like me and Bobby Atchison and Mr. Ettling's gifted English class, 7th grade, we would cut up just nonstop. And Mr. Ettling pulled us in after class. I mean, used because he was a football coach too in junior high. He used every word in the book, just rip it into us about how, we're disrespectful and we need to straighten up and fly right. We're never going to make anything of ourselves, blah, blah, blah. We walk out of the classroom and I looked at Bobby, I go, F you, Ettling. And he was right behind us.
No.
Dude, he turned so purple, just screaming at us. And I mean, that happened with just about every
Were you ever under the threat of expulsion?
No, I never got suspended. I never got in-school suspension. I got detention a couple of times. Never got suspension or expulsion. Never failed a grade. I've always known how to get right up to that line without going over.
Right. Did you have a teacher that you really loved, though? One of your favorite?
Sure.
A few of them?
Sure.
What was your favorite class, English?
English, I loved. Drama, I loved. And Spanish. I just loved taking Spanish.
I just really wish I had a love to learn a second language.
It's great.
And now, it's just so, it makes your life so much easier.
Yeah.
Well, now.
Never too late. You can take that Duolingo.
Apparently, you haven't heard 47's eliminating the Spanish language in America.
That's true. You're actually forbidden from learning it.
It's going to be less and less of a reason for you to actually have that second language. Thank you, Trump. I appreciate that. A Florida man with a sordid history accused of trying to set roommates on fire. Grady Judd said pure evil in the flesh. Eddie Thompson, 69, is said to have, by Grady Judd said, lit the house on fire while there were 5 roommates in there. It was a group home for sex offenders, and then he went to another man's home and asked for a ride into town at 3:15. When the roommate said no, investigators said he asked for jumper cables to give him a jump. They refused, and that is probably why he did what he did right there.
I mean, if you're at the fire department and you get a call that a house with 5 sex offenders is burning down, I wouldn't say you make that a big priority. We're rushing right over that way.
I'm not putting the siren on. I'm gonna let traffic. I'll just go with the natural flow of traffic.
Yep.
This is sad, and there's a reason that it's sadder outside of the headline. Boxing world mourns the loss of Georgia O'Connor after miscarriage and cancer battle. Professional boxer Georgia O'Connor, 25, has died very, very young. Has died after a bout with cancer, and the professional boxer said the promoter described the late young fighter as a true warrior inside and outside of the ring. This is what is kind of effed up about this. In a January Instagram post, O'Connor revealed that she had learned of her cancer diagnosis. She said she had suffered through debilitating pain for weeks leading up to the diagnosis. She said, for 17 weeks since the start of October, I've been in constant pain going back and forth between Durham and Newcastle, RVI and A&E, knowing deep down something was seriously wrong. I said from the start, I felt it was cancer. I, all caps, knew the risk. I have colitis and PSC, 2 diseases that dramatically increase the chances of getting it. I know how high my risk is, and they do too. They always did. O'Connor added that the doctors refused to take her concerns seriously. Not one doctor effing listened to me. Not one doctor took me seriously. Not one doctor did the scans or blood tests I begged for whilst crying on the floor in agony, the Instagram post continued. Instead, they dismissed me. They gaslit me, told me it was nothing, made me feel like I was overreacting. They refused to scan me. They refused to investigate. They refused to listen. One even told me that it's all in my head, and now the cancer has spread.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yes. It's, and I find it, I guess you cannot force a doctor to give you certain tests. I would think that as long as you are able to pay for the test, if you request the test, especially if you are someone that is in constant and or debilitating pain, they might want to investigate that. But you know how you were talking about the story, and I knew about the phenomenon from watching air disasters, how co-pilots are often afraid of challenging the pilot when they know something is wrong. I think a similar situation may be in that doctors don't want you telling them what's wrong with them.
Look, doctors are amazing. They went through med school. They save lives, etc. They also, a lot of them have God complexes, and they do not want to even appear fallible.
Did you have to get a second opinion? Did you go for a second opinion? You get a cancer diagnosis, do you automatically go for a second opinion?
No. Well, my oncologist, my urologist diagnosed me, and then I went to an oncologist who also diagnosed me. And then I said, can I get a second opinion? He said, yes, you're also ugly. Wasn't very helpful.
No, apparently not. Billy Joel cancels all tour dates due to a medical diagnosis. This is something I have never heard of, but it doesn't sound good. Brief is that Billy Joel has canceled all upcoming concerts due to the diagnosis of normal pressure hydrocephalus, NPH, to you and me, a condition affecting his hearing, his vision, and his balance. 3 important things if you're on the stage playing music.
Yeah.
Under doctor's orders, Joel will undergo physical therapy and refrain from performing during his recovery. I don't know how he would be able to perform. He said he expressed gratitude for the care he's receiving and apologized to the fans for the cancellations.
Would you believe, Mo, that he has already written a song about his condition?
Really?
Strangely enough, just diagnosed today. And Billy Joel has already written a song about his brain condition. I've got it right here.
Of course you do.
It's 9 o'clock at the neurologist. The waiting room's filled with dread. There's an old man shuffling by me. He says, Doc, there's a flood in my head. He says, Doc, I can't walk. Oops. Well, why would Billy Joel include an outtake like that?
Yeah, I wonder.
He says, Doc, I can't walk so steady. My balance is all out of whack. My memory is foggy. My bladder's a mess. Can you get this fluid out of my back? Can't believe Billy Joel's written a song. Sing us a song, you're the hydro man. Sing us a song tonight. We're all in the mood for a shunt to improve. then get our brains feeling right. Couple more verses in this song that Billy Joel has clearly written about his brain condition.
Like to hear? Here they go.
All right. Now John at the desk is a patient too. He forgets where he parked his car. He's talking about shunts and therapy stunts. Says this brain stuff is so bizarre. And the nurse is checking my chart again. She says your ventricles look too wide. I'm hoping that surgery fix me up so I can walk with some pride. Well, I tell you, ChatGPT, you enter in, write me a Billy Joel song about his brain condition, and within 15 seconds, boom, Piano Man, except it's Hydro Man. What a world.
A man has a great
The robots are
artist
going to take over.
Has been diagnosed with
Oh, yes.
pressure,
Yeah, that's right. Thoughts and prayers.
hydrocephalus. Oh, yeah. Thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers.
All right, you're not the only one. The whole world is wondering what's going on with the Pacers. Since the NBA began keeping play-by-play data, Drew, 28 years ago, teams trailing by 7+ points in the final 50 seconds of the fourth quarter or overtime are 4-1,702, and the Pacers are responsible for 3 of the victories all since mid-April. Everybody is wondering where that Indiana Pacers 17-point rally in the fourth quarter to steal Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals came from. The Knicks rank among the NBA's all-time playoff comebacks.
Unbelievable. The Knicks had the Game 1. The Pacers stole victory from the jaws of defeat. Game 2 tonight, the Knicks win big.
You can just never let your guard down against them. Knicks coach Tom Thibodeau said, no lead is safe.
Yep, it's true.
Yeah.
Love the NBA. Very exciting.
You say no, so you're saying this is a definite win on the Hard Rock app, Drew? Is that what we're saying?
I mean,
Knicks taking game
I don't
2?
give gambling advice, Maurice. I'm just saying it will be shocking if the Pacers win tonight in Madison Square Garden. Shocking, I say.
And you feel because it's a comeback, it's going to be a no, you're not going to do this in our house, plus
Damn right.
Okay. Plus the hurt.
The Knicks are pissed off.
Okay, all right. Well, let's see if that happens.
Yep.
All right, and finally, Drew, I want to know if you could make it in today's man's Army.
No, I saw the test. Absolutely not.
Dude, this is crazy.
No way.
Army unveils new fitness test with tougher standards. Could you pass it? I'm just going to go right down to what they are. The 5 components of the test. Number 1, a 3-repetition maximum deadlift. In this challenge, the soldier must lift the maximum weight possible 3 times using a 60-pound hex bar and plates. I do think that I could do that. You could do that.
Maybe.
It's not giving you a weight. It's just saying the maximum weight possible.
Okay.
You need to be able to lift it 3 times.
15 pounds. That's the maximum weight possible.
Yeah, you're
done.
Yeah, you might want to go over to the
all right, 20.
Coast Guard.
Fine, 25. God, I'll do it.
Coast Guard's looking for men like you, Drew. Hand release push-up. The soldier must complete as many hand release push-ups as possible. Hand release push-ups require a person to drop all the way to the ground, lift their hands in the air for a second, and then push themselves back up to high plank.
Nope.
Okay. Sprint drag carry?
Who?
With the sprint drag carry, the soldier is tasked with completing 5 50-meter shuttles, sprint, drag, lateral carry, sprint as quickly as possible using 2 40-pound kettlebells.
Oh, yeah.
And a 90-pound sled.
Oh, my God, yeah. Easy peasy.
They say the sprint drag carry, or SDC, is probably the toughest sequence here since it requires explosive strength, muscular endurance, and cardiovascular endurance.
Sure.
Here, this is the one for you. Plank.
I could plank.
The soldier must maintain a proper plank position for as long as possible, testing muscular endurance and balance. You think planks are easy, but this is what they say about planks. A plank is an ultimate test of core strength and endurance, as it requires a person to hold their body weight for as long as they can. It can be challenging, but it is the time requirement that determines the challenge.
So how long do I have to plank for?
I guess they would let you know. They'll see how long you can, and they'll go, well, yeah, that's not long enough.
Oh, man.
While this move looks simple, holding a proper plank for time is extremely challenging. It exposes weaknesses in the back, core, and shoulder girdle.
Oh, dude, when you start shaking when you're trying to hold them.
I am actually going to start working on that because I'd read a couple of different things about the plank, and that was nothing I ever thought. I always looked at it as that stupid challenge thing. I didn't know it was a legitimate exercise. And finally, Drew, a 2-mile run.
That I could do.
The soldier must complete a timed 2-mile run on a flat outdoor course in a test of aerobic endurance. 2-mile runs are relatively easy for any able-bodied human. Sure. However, all the time constraints are what makes it challenging right there. I do not think that I would obviously we would ask if you thought you could in your 20s and 30s, and I would still say no.
Yeah, no. I could easily do it in my 20s, not so much 30s, and it'd be impossible today.
And those are Maurice's pieces.
Thank you, Maurice's pieces.
You're welcome, Drew.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Drew Graba Live.
Hey, Drew. What's going on, guys?
You tell me, dude.
Hey, Mo.
Hey.
Happy Friday.
Yay.
During your story, it was funny what you mentioned about the kids getting disciplined and stuff like that. When I was growing up in the 3rd grade, the teacher from Jamaica, when I was growing up in the Caribbean, this teacher literally hit this kid with a cricket bat.
A cricket bat?
Yeah, on the butt. And then he kept talking, and then he put duct tape around his mouth.
Oh, man. That's a rough teacher.
That's a teacher that needs to be reported.
Yeah, these days you wouldn't get away with that.
You can't duct tape a kid's mouth.
Yeah, these were permissive times. Hello there.
Hey, guys. How y'all doing? I'm Angel.
Hey, Angel. What's up, buddy?
Listen, I just wanted to call in and make a comment about this morning with the drain fly issue that Calta's having.
Dude,
it's like National Drain Fly Year.
Hey, dude, you called off the air. You said, I want to talk about Calta's drain fly issue. I said, why don't you call Mike Calta about that? And then you said, well, I'd like to let your audience know about Drain Fly Awareness Week. And I said, under no circumstances could I ever see anyone giving 2 craps about Drain Fly Awareness Week in the afternoon.
Unless you have them.
Right, exactly. And we don't. So thank you. Call Mike on Tuesday morning, and I'm sure he'd love to talk to you about his drain fly issue, which will hopefully by then be solved. But thank you for your advocacy. You're a true American hero.
Thank you, sir.
He's dead serious.
I thought he was playing a role. I thought he was doing a bit.
No,
he's dead serious.
Is drain fly issues to a degree where we have to have a national awareness week?
I mean, we got an awareness week for everything these days.
I guess.
Why not drain flies? Hello.
Hey, how's it going? This is Jim.
I really thought he was like playing a bit.
No.
He was dead serious. He's like, yeah, I know it's in the morning, but I need to let everybody know about these damn drain flies. They're a pain in the ass if you got them. Hello.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hi.
Hey, I was just wanting to comment on the plank challenge.
Okay.
I think we should get JP and Monica to try out for that, see how long they can go.
Okay. What? I don't get it.
Yeah,
Is that a joke?
Oh, no, they talk about it all the time, how JP doesn't plank right and Monica planks right.
I feel like there's a joke we're missing.
Nah, I think they do talk about it.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
Did you know that it's Drain Fly Awareness Week, sir?
I do not.
There you go.
Now you do.
Hello. Calta's drain flies, JP and Monica's planks.
Hey, can we talk about this show?
Hey, Johnny B has a bad case of gout. He doesn't. Oh, what? Billy Joel just wrote another parody song about his condition?
He did.
That's crazy.
Oh, no.
Huh. Parkinson's? No.
You know he likes to do the regular build.
Parkinson's shake, Alzheimer's fade, dementia's fog, and pH cascade, hydrocephalus, ventricles. You see, it's all the rhythms.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I guess GPT isn't perfect. We didn't start the misfire. It was always wiring, neurons not complying. Hello.
Yeah, I was curious what kind of programming you guys had for Drain Fly Awareness Week.
Hey, it's Bone. Who's this?
Hello?
Hi.
Hi, it's Alex.
What's up, Alex?
I wanted to learn about Drain Fly Awareness Week.
Hey, it's Bone. Who's this?
Yeah, this is Spencer. Hey, guys, how are you?
What's up, Spence? What are you calling for?
Somebody might have already said it. I'm in and out. But what about Lucille Ball, man, for a redhead?
Hey, it's Bone. How can I help you?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Ev, what's up, buddy?
Ev.
Yeah, I tried calling Mike today. He wouldn't take my call. I don't think he likes me too much, but I just want to get ahead the whole love bug season. If you spray Pam on the front of your car, they just bounce right off and they don't stick to it.
Thank you, Everett. I hope you can work things out with him, and we'll always be here for you, buddy. Hey, it's Bone. How can we help you?
You guys got a lot of sponsors you sponsor for. Do you have anybody for drain flies?
Hey, it's Bone. How may I help you?
I might. You're a dope.
Hey, it's Bone. How can I help you?
Was that drain fly guy?
That was actually Angelo.
Oh.
Hello.
Hey, is this the show you call about other shows that are on different stations?
Yeah,
that's talk about.
Yep.
I got to talk about Bob on Sirius XM. He's got this show about growing tomatoes, and I really think you need to tune in and listen while you're on the Monica show.
Has he got a lot of aphid problems with those tomato plants?
Yes, and it's AFib Awareness Week.
Oh,
and
right.
we've got a new product that helps multiply those AFibs for you.
Hey, it's a Bone.
Oh, hey, this is Mike.
Hey, Mike, what's up, buddy?
I have to be 100% honest. I really wish that drain fly guy was going to state, what helps, because through the past week I have got the drain flies.
You're listening to Setting Show on 102.5 The Bone. NASCAR lives right here on 102.5 The Bone. Sponsored by Jerry Ohm.
This week, it's the Coca-Cola 600, live from Charlotte Motor Speedway. Coverage starts at 5 p.m.
Race days Sundays, where NASCAR lives in Tampa Bay. Right here on 102.5 The Bone. Sponsored by Jerry Ohm Jeep Ram, #1 in the country. Now, a Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
Our big problem continues to be a wreck in Hillsborough, eastbound along I-4 at exit 1 or 21st Street. There's a dump truck blocking the left turn lane and causing backup, so expect delays. We have an accident to the south causing some road blockage along US 301 near Big Bend Road. Across the bay in St. Pete, we have a crash along 49th Street north at 78th Avenue. This is Jim with traffic.
With a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, you can receive an all-cash offer and move when you're ready. No showings, no open houses, no stress. Call 855-299-SOLD or go to markspain.com and start packing.
Furman Chevrolet in Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 Chevy dealer. What makes us #1 at Furman Chevy Brandon? We say yes. Yes to having Tampa Bay's largest tariff-free new Chevy inventory. Yes to paying top dollar for your trade. And right now, we say yes to 0.9% APR for 60 months on the purchase of a new 2025 Chevy Silverado. Come see why we are #1. Visit us on Adamo Drive in Brandon or online at FurmanChevy.com. Furman Chevy Brandon. Together, let's drive.
If you're in the market for a car, chances are you've heard all about those confusing 25% auto tariffs, additional costs added to both new and used cars, and ultimately passed on to you. But don't stress, because at Auto Lenders in Palm Harbor, we have a unique way of getting inventory without the tariffs. So you can choose from the finest one-owner cars, trucks, and SUVs. They're totally tariff-free, which means you're totally free to save thousands more. See for yourself at Auto Lenders in Palm Harbor, a tariff-free way to buy a car.
Hi, I'm attorney Fran Hosh. Being involved in a car or motorcycle accident can be stressful. I've dedicated my career to helping accident victims and their loved ones. If you need an attorney you can trust, give me a call today at 866-LAW-FRAN. We will give you a free case evaluation and won't charge you any fees unless you recover money. Give me a call today at 866-LAW-FRAN, 866-LAW-FRAN, or visit me online at lawfran.com. Main office, Palm Harbor.
Brandon Honda is having its biggest used car event of the entire year. Hi, I'm Sam Robbie. Right now at Brandon Honda, get certified pre-owned vehicles from $6,900, backed up with a real nationwide lifetime warranty. Get CRVs from $15,000, HRVs $14,000, Accords $12,000, and get certified Civics from an incredible $9,000. We're approving all credit applications, plus make no payments for 90 days. Get all the facts at BrandonHonda.com.
Call 813-527-9308 for more information.
2001 Odyssey is Tampa's #1 nude club on Florida's West Coast with over 300 of the hottest exotic dancers. 2001 Odyssey has been voted the #1 nude club by Best of the Bay. Check out the world-famous 2001 spaceship and encounter the wildest dancing in Tampa Bay. The after party happens every night. Full liquor next door. 2001 Odyssey, 275 in Raymond James Stadium on Dale Mabry, better known as the Strip.
Stingray Chevrolet. Hi, this is Steve Hurley, owner of Stingray Chevrolet. With the economic landscape in a constant state of flux, consumers are understandably concerned about how car prices will be affected. While no one has a crystal ball to predict the future, I will say that if you're planning on purchasing a new vehicle in the next year, now would be a good time to pull the trigger. Luckily, our inventory here at Stingray is in great shape with over 700 new and pre-owned vehicles available, including a huge selection of Chevy trucks and SUVs. And since saving money is on the top of everyone's mind, remember that Stingray on I-4 has no dealer fee, and that automatically saves you $1,000 to $1,500. So while other dealers will charge a hefty fee on top of the advertised price of the vehicle, rest assured that you won't pay that here. StingrayChevrolet.com, Tampa Bay's big store on I-4. Exit 22, Plant City. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. Stingray Chevrolet. Relax, enjoy the difference.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Prestige Men's Medical Center restores your sex life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate erectile dysfunction and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Prestige Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Prestige Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 813-499-2888. 813-499-2888. To restore your sex life in just one visit, call now. 813-499-2888.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Are you a parent of a 2 to 8 year old? Listen closely for an exciting offer, then head to abcmouse.com/radio to learn more. By now, you've probably heard of ABC Mouse.
ABC Mouse is like a little one-on-one teacher. It has helped her so much.
We're offering a promo at abcmouse.com/radio to try it for free for a month, then $14.99 per month until canceled. Go to abcmouse.com/radio to see this offer. That's abcmouse.com/radio. Actual ABC Mouse users compensate for their testimonials, sponsored by Age of Learning.
1 in 4 Americans have a disability. I'm one of them. I'm also a working mom who cares deeply about making sure every child with a disability thrives by getting their access needs met. We've got a trusted ally by our side. Easter Seals provides children and families the foundation for lifelong success through early learning programs, skills training, and prep for college and career. That's my Easter Seals. Make it yours. Join us at easterseals.com.
Looking for a great lunch combo? Hooters, Surfside Seltzer, Metallica tickets, and JP? Join 102.5 The Bone and The JP Show on Friday, June 6th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the original Hooters on Gulf to Bay. JP will be broadcasting live, and he will have your last shot at Metallica tickets. Pre-game with JP at the original Hooters with 102.5 The Bone.
Involved in a car accident? We understand the pressure you're under. Call Farah and Farah.
Tampa. Do rain or bugs have your car looking dirty? Well, Bubble Down Car Wash has you covered. They offer longer wash tunnels, powerful vacuums, and the friendliest staff. Check out BubbleDown.com to find a Bubble Down Car Wash location near you.
Now, a weather update from the Sun Toyota Weather Center.
Sun, Toyota.com.
This is Fox 13's Dave Osterberg from the Sky Tower Weather Center. Partly cloudy and hot on this Friday. Just a 20% chance of a mainly inland storm this afternoon. highs in the lower 90s. Mild and muggy tonight with a low in the upper 70s and a rain chance of 30%, mainly inland again tomorrow. Otherwise hot, humid with highs in the mid-90s.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Now, back to Senning Show with your host, John Senning.
Hey, my friend, this is Pedro, the Drainfly. I just want to know why you guys always messing with me, man, and my family. Let us enjoy life, my friend. It's not going to be here too long. We're going to leave. Don't make me go to freaking Mo's house and mess Mo up, my friend. Look, all I'm asking is just be nice to me, okay? Adios.
Maybe we could hop along.
The dumbest things catch fire, don't they, Maurice?
Yes, sir.
Beautiful.
You never know.
I mean, look, at least we're all aware of drain flies now. I don't know that it necessarily helps Mike out this problem, but we're all more aware of it. Get your rooms for Friday night. Saturday is sold out, but Friday night there were a handful of rooms left for the Bone Beach Bash. Go to theboneonline.com and jump on them. You're going to want to be there for Friday when JP does his show live. Senning Show is live. We're live. There's a pig roast being sponsored or hosted by John Senning. Saturday morning, you got yoga with Carmen. You got Cutwater karaoke with yours truly. It's going to be a fun weekend. Everybody all hanging out, having beverages together, sponsored by Neutral. And it all takes place at Sky Beach in St. Pete. Seen a lot of shark photographs of like off St. Pete Beach, like sharks in the shallow water.
Man, it's hot.
It is, man. These sharks know. Hello.
Hey, man, y'all still talking about them drain bees?
Good afternoon. It is The Bone.
Hey, it's Levi.
Hey, Levi.
Hey, why did the drain fly get kicked out of the house party?
I give up. Why?
He was always hanging around the sink and bringing the grossest guests. Have a good day, guys.
That was terrible, Levi. Just terrible. Okay. Well, that officially put a nail in the coffin of the drain fly.
It was fun.
Yep.
Fun while it lasted.
Had a real good run, and now it is absolutely over. But thank you so much for everyone for ruining that. 800-771-1025. Now I'm wishing that we had light phones because of did you happen to see the most disturbing news was released from the P. Diddy trial? Obviously, very, very grotesque what he did to these women, and the abuse, Cassie, the drugging, and all of that. There is an element that will turn your stomach and make you doubt any faith that you might have, and I'll tell you what it is in a second. Hello.
You know why everybody's got the drain flies?
We're done.
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. We are Real Raw Radio. 102.5 The Bone. The Bone bonus is back. The Bone is giving you $1,000 5 times a day, every weekday. Listen to The Bone for your chance to win $1,000 at 8 a.m., 10 a.m., noon, 2, and 5 p.m. every weekday. Need some extra cash to help pitch in to buy Greenland? The Bone has you covered. It's the Bone Bonus, hooking you up with cash every single weekday. Presented to you by Farah & Farah, Tampa's accident attorneys. FarahandFarah.com. The Bone Bonus is back. 102.5 The Bone. Real, raw radio. Now, a Bone traffic update from the Farah & Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
Our big problem continues to be a wreck in Hillsboro, eastbound along I-4 at exit 1 or 21st Street. There's a dump truck blocking the left turn lane and causing backup, so expect delays. We have an accident to the south causing some road blockage along US 301 near Big Bend Road. Across the bay in St. Pete, we have a crash along 49th Street north at 78th Avenue. This is Jim with traffic.
Ready to step into a healthy and active lifestyle? Come to the Good Feet store and experience the difference. Discover how a simple step can lead to a life of pain-free possibilities.
It's the start of a new season of Raise deals, and they're so good, even Raymond is buying. Drive a new Honda Pilot, just $479 a month, or a new Honda Accord, just $259 a month. Even Raymond is buying. It's the start of a new season of Raise deals. Don't miss out. Claim your Raise deal today at Crown Honda, the better way to buy and service. Call 800-509-4942 for complete details.
The Calta Signature Combo continues only at Shark Coast Tactical. Will is bringing back the Calta Shotty just in time for hurricane season. What is the Calta Shotty, you ask? This 12-gauge Mossberg riot gun pistol grip shotty is paired with a tactical scabbard, and it's all for only $225. The Calta Shotty is as American as apple pie, and it's only available at Shark Coast Tactical. The shop is slinging freedom from 10 to 6 daily, closed on Sunday, and always open online 24/7 at SharkCoastTactical.com. Look for Shark Coast Tactical on Bee Ridge Road in Sarasota. Get in there and tell them Mike Calta sent you.
Quitting tobacco is hard, but it's also hard to deal with a cough that won't go away and thinking it's lung cancer, or feeling your heart race after a walk and wondering if it's a heart attack, or telling your family you may not be around to see your next birthday.
Quitting tobacco is hard, but the consequences are even harder. Tobacco Free Florida has free resources to help you stay smoke-free. You may be eligible to receive free nicotine patches, gum, or lozenges. Call 1-877-YOU-CAN-NOW or visit tobaccofreeflorida.com.
Hey, Bay Area, Randy here. During the Summer Starts Here sales event now through Memorial Day, we've got nearly 1,000 RAV4s, Tundras, I'm looking at Tacomas, Camrys, Corollas. Select new models with smoking hot prices and low leases available. Plus, it costs less to own a new Toyota with 4-year maintenance included. Get to Sun Toyota before Memorial Day, because when you make it Sun Toyota, we make it happen. Call 800-369-3367 for more details.
Hey, what's going on? It's Gio. Have you ever said to yourself, I am just not a finance person? It's okay if you have, because a lot of us feel that way sometimes. The good news is, when it comes to your finances, Trajan Wealth is. You don't need to know the stock market or understand every retirement option out there. You just need to know what matters to you. And Trajan Wealth's fiduciary advisors, they can take it from there. They can help you sort out all your accounts, roll over that old 401k, and build a strategy that specifically fits your lifestyle. No pressure, because there's no commissions and no hidden fees. You don't need to be a finance person. You just need to choose the right team to get you on the right track. Call Trajan Wealth at 813-550-1000, or you can visit TrajanWealth.com and schedule your free consultation. Again, that's 813-550-1000 or TRAJANWealth.com. Let the experts be the finance person. Call Trajan Wealth today. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment